internet, not just any internet, the German internet, which I've heard is very efficient, right?
It's not.
No.
It's literally the worst in Europe.
Oh, well, hopefully it holds good for this stream. For you on the West Coast, if you're watching, that means you're up at 2 a.m., I think, roughly, is what you're... So what are you doing? Go to bed. But if you're not going to, then you're going to hang out with us. Yeah. So we got Chris, we got Eugene. We got a little pre-show going up, but I first have to ask, Chris, have you ever done a live stream before?
No.
First
live stream
ever.
And first live stream in English, definitely.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Guys, if I do any mistakes, excuse me.
No. You're going to do awesome. I'm not worried.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah. And Eugene, you're actually not on PCWorld. You're on Macworld.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then what the hell are you doing here? Who sent the invite?
There was no one else around, I guess.
Oh, okay. There we go. Yeah, that makes sense. No, I'm just
but
kidding.
also first time live stream and first time
At all?
English. Yeah.
Wait, so you guys never streamed video games or anything on Twitch?
No.
I mean, so for those not knowing, I'm the host of the German PCWorld on YouTube, the PCWorld. And back in the day, we did some streaming, but I wasn't in front of the camera back then. So Dennis actually did that. But we also learned people want to hear us talk about tech, but they don't really want to watch us play games. So
really,
yeah, it wasn't going that way.
All right, well, but we are all gamers here.
Yeah,
right?
but you can't game on Mac. Everyone knows that.
No, I thought you could. I thought GeForce Now. You just play GeForce Now on your Mac and you're good.
Yeah.
No,
it's not the same.
And I mean, it's getting better though. With ARM being more popular across all platforms, I think gaming for Mac will get better.
It's getting better. Yeah. Mac got Resident Evil.
There are a lot of games on Steam. You can a lot of indie
Civilization
games.
7 is coming on day one. So some big titles. Yeah.
Well, we have Jason in the chat who says he never gets to catch a live stream because he's working the night shift. So, a surprise. Hey, we're doing it just for you, Jason. Glad you could join us. Yeah, we're here in the PCWorld studios. Does MacVelt do any videos?
Not really, no.
No, okay. So, in Munich, not München.
In München. Yes.
München.
I don't know if you know, guys, but this dude actually can speak a little bit of German.
No, not at all. Not at all.
But
I am here to drink some German drinks, eat some German food. We'll be doing that later. We're gonna dive in though. Somebody has questioned how authentic some of this German food is.
There might be some Austrian and some Swiss food in there, but you don't.
But it's all stuff that's at least very popular in Germany.
Yeah. Well, you're right. I wouldn't know. And we got friend of the show, Eternal Duoe. Hey, catching it while the sun is still up. I actually don't remember where you're located. Please let us know. But how? And we got, of course, Alex on the road, controlling the verticals and horizontals. How's everything going over there?
It's fabulous.
Yeah.
You sound great.
Oh, we sound great. Do we look great? You didn't say that, so I'm gonna.
Let's not talk about that, though.
Okay, yeah. If you
Classic
can't hear
radio
Alex,
faces.
he said we're beautiful. And then Oh, well, we got friend of the show Coffee in here speaking some German. Guten Morgen, mein Nerd-Kollegen.
Good morning, my nerd colleagues. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he
Good
are you
morning.
German, Coffee?
Yeah.
That would be interesting. I would be curious about what Germans think about the collection of snacks I bought.
Yeah.
Maybe some would say, that's not a good selection.
For our German visitors, he picked all the food, and I have nothing to do with it. So,
but I do.
Thanks
say,
for your support.
I do say you picked a good shirt.
thank you.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, oh, okay, Converge.
You're both metal guys.
Yeah, metal guys. So I appreciate that. And at first I thought it was Junji Ito artwork, but I don't think it is. But it looks similar.
It looks similar, yeah.
Very similar, yeah. So into metal. So I've heard of this band called I Set Fire. Have you ever heard of them?
Yeah, we saw them live last year, right?
Yes.
Oh, really?
My only metal concert in my life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, with this dude.
And it rocked. Oh, you went.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
We went
Okay,
together,
yeah.
yeah.
I heard I Set Fire. You should search them as like the hottest German act.
Yeah.
They're
They're like the next Metallica, basically.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't know if I like that then. Also, just off camera over here, I got a point. We have a Takis. I actually don't know how to say your last name, so I'm gonna let him do it.
Panagiotis Koletitas is his full name.
Okay. Do you want to come just wave at the camera? So for those,
My boss.
yeah, for those who don't know,
our boss, yeah.
you can think of Takis as the German Brad. It's just without the beard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I heard you were talking about shirts. I thought it's the right one.
It's a good shirt. Yeah, you
So.
look. I wouldn't call that a German shirt though. That's
No, it's more Hawaiian.
yeah,
It's
no.
befitting the fall weather that set in 2 days ago in Munich.
I like it.
I wish you a great podcast.
Oh, thank
and
you.
yeah,
I appreciate that. Yeah, thanks for letting us take over the room.
Sure.
Yeah, Brad usually, he rules with an iron fist.
Mm.
So I don't know how you rule, but
more with soft.
soft fist. Okay,
Soft
yeah.
fist.
Still with fists, but just a little softer.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
Enjoy your time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Just making sure that we're actually working in here.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, hey, we're doing serious work. Yeah. Don't worry. We're doing serious work. And we got the pirate says it's lunchtime. Where's the beer and bratwurst?
I mean, is it lunchtime though? Nah, not really.
I mean, it's 11.
11.
I have been known
This
to eat
your
lunch
lunchtime?
at 11. Yeah. Sometimes you just get hungry.
I mean, we got a bunch
So.
of food.
Yeah. All right. So, are we good on the verticals and horizontals? We got some stuff to talk about here. Believe me, we're going to talk about Germany. We're going to talk about German beverages, German food. I guarantee you we're going to talk about that stuff. But we also got some tech to talk about because Alex and I, we're like a week and a half here in Germany now. Very tired. We've been very busy. It's been fun though. So we got stuff to talk about. The show should end with a German beer tasting. Time to fly. I got to tell you, I was surprised. There is no beer stocked here at the office.
I mean, kinda. We got beer in the kitchen.
Yeah, we have. I think
really?
there's one in the fridge, maybe.
Oh yeah, because
Usually we have a bunch of them.
Yeah.
But
in the San Francisco office we have a beer keg.
yeah.
So
But when was this last used?
we use it actually all the time.
Really?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought it's more like of a.
No. We end up. We got like a fourth of a keg, so one of the smaller ones, and I think we usually restock it every 3 or 4 months. So yeah.
3 or 4 months for a cake.
But
I know, but listen, we've got like 10 to 12 people that come in to the office, so it's it's not often.
But if you restock it every 3 or 4 months, it's gonna get stale, right?
It's fine. It's beer. It's
I
fine.
think German law would prohibit that.
Yeah, no, it's not up to the German standards and 5 ingredients. No,
I mean, you are talking bad stuff about our beer.
No.
You did a
No,
little bit.
no, not talking. I want to correct it. It's fine. It's good beer. It's fine. It's good beer. It's not bad beer. I'm not saying that. It just we live in California.
And it's light.
Oh.
I mean, he's right. California is like basically spearheaded the craft beer thing
Yeah, I tried it.
20 years ago.
No. When you were there recently, you scoffed at it from a distance.
You took me to like 4 breweries.
I know, and you each time you were like, "Give me a Kolsch." No, that's not a Kolsch.
Yeah, but it's
Oh, we got beer
there's
delivery. We got beer. Do you want to come on this? Oh, it's empty. Oh man.
Well, the beer went.
Oh, so
I don't know.
that's how it goes. So Germans drink all the beer, but they don't restock it. That's what's happening? Yeah. What do you want to come on the camera wave? Yeah. So it's that camera right there. It's live. We're live on the internet right now. Yeah. This is Mishi. Yeah.
Welcome to Germany.
Yeah.
You have to go closer to the mic.
Oh, welcome to Germany.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. What do you do here, Michi?
Nothing.
Nothing. Oh, okay.
Just looking for the beer.
Just looking for the beer.
Yeah.
Okay, you're the beer delivery man.
The facility manager. No, Mickey is
There we go.
actually like one of the OGs of our YouTube channel. He's like the founder of the Machine from Hell.
Ooh.
And
I have to go.
Oh, okay. All right, he's got to go. Thank you. And maybe
take the empty
He's-
beer with you.
if
he's
you find some
flushing.
beer,
Don't need empty
just
beer.
let us know. Oh, he's blaming it on this guy.
Yeah, he's saying
No,
it's my
his
turn.
turn. Yeah.
Oh, his
Yeah.
turn to get it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think
So
he didn't
this is a
get
little
the
bit
memo.
chaotic, this live stream, huh?
I mean, this is what we do here. This is actually
just how
par
it
for the
goes?
course. Yeah.
Okay,
so,
okay.
but we should start the stream. We got people in there. Oh, yeah, all the friends of the show and even PCWorld. So I don't know who's manning the PCWorld channel right now, which is the channel that you work on.
It might be Dennis.
Yeah.
Wait, was you?
Or maybe it's Michi.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
it's
don't
Mickey,
know.
yeah.
Well, PCWorld is in the chat. So hello, whoever you are. Cool. If you think we're good, then let me get one last drink of water. All right. Ready for the intro?
Oh yeah.
Ready for the intro? Here we go. You ready? In this episode of The Full Nerd, we're live from Germany. And welcome to episode, 316 of the Full Nerd Podcast, live from Munich, Germany. I am your fill-in host, Adam Patrick Murray. You know what? Listen, if I'm doing this from Germany, let me try this. Willkommen, meine Damen und Herren, to the Full Nerd Podcast, episode 316. Ich bin Adam Patrick Murray und das ist mein Kollegens Chris Wahlberg mit PCWorld und Eugene Wegman mit MacWorld.
Thanks for
Wie
having us.
geht's?
Oh, sehr gut.
Was
Und
ist
wie geht's
los?
dir? It's very good. Is this actually a moment where like audio listeners tune in because you did another intro?
I did two intros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this normal?
No. So yeah, if you don't know, some of these people might not know. Let me back up for the English speaking in the crowd. I'm Adam Patrick Murray, the fill-in host, live from Munich. Sitting next to me here is Chris Wahlberg from PCWorld, which if you don't know is just PCWorld in Germany.
Thanks.
And then Eugene Wegman from MacWorld, which is Macworld, but in Germany. So I am here at the offices of PCWorld and MacWorld doing a podcast. Thank you guys so much for joining. This is going to be fun.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Happy to be here.
For taking our studio.
No, taking it over, you've graciously allowed us to do it and coming on a live stream for the first time. I really appreciate it. This is going to be fun.
Man, it will be great.
This is going to be fun. Yeah. And so if you don't know, I actually lived in Germany for 3 years of my life when I was younger. So not too far from here in Würzburg.
Oh
And,
yeah, that's
yeah.
my hood.
Oh,
basically,
really?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Do you know Kitzingen?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I lived in Kitzingen, and
Ah.
my dad worked in Würzburg.
Oh,
so.
but do you know Volkach? You
No.
heard- No, that's in the area of Kitzingen.
Oh, okay.
and I used to live right outside of that.
Oh, well, that's
So it's like
hilarious.
maybe-
Small world.
Maybe 20 kilometers. What's that in
Maybe
in
you met
imperial
each other
units?
as kids.
Like-
I know,
Like,
maybe.
I think you're about the same age.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I was there from 1991 to 1993.
Oh no, no.
No. I'm sorry. Yes. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that was
okay.
before my time.
You were not even before your time.
No,
Okay.
before.
Wow.
right
Yeah.
Before
yeah. Really,
we moved.
really young.
Before we moved there.
Oh, okay.
We
yeah.
I think we came there in '97-ish. I think.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah. No. So yeah, I'm not going to say I know German, but there's still some German rattling around in my brain a little bit. So I'll hear some conversations and be like, I'm not quite sure if I know that word, but sure, I'm going to pretend like I
It
do.
would be fine.
And actually, yeah, I was like, you know what? Could I do a whole intro in German? And I did my best.
It worked.
So this is okay. Yeah.
I got what you were saying. So
Yeah. And yeah, so Chris, you work specifically on the video team at PCWorld. PCWorld is, like I said, the German edition of PCWorld, and has been around almost as long as the English PCWorld.
is it?
Yeah, because
Are
PCWorld
you guys?
started
Are you guys the older channel?
Well, the YouTube channel started in 2007. But that was before my time.
It's
So.
about the same. I
Yeah.
think.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the magazine. Speaking of magazines, I got to tell you, I was surprised to show up here. I don't recognize this thing. What is this? For audio listeners, I have like pieces of paper in my hand, and it says PCWorld on it. I had no idea that that PCWorld still publishes magazines.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a thing still in the US, like print magazines, but we actually still got those here in good old Germany.
And it's monthly.
It's monthly.
Yeah.
Yes.
Monthly, yeah. And this is not a thin magazine either. This has got some thick.
Yeah, and you would be surprised. It's still. I mean, people are saying print is dead for like a decade now, basically. But it's still going pretty well.
Strong, yeah.
Like we still got a lot of readers.
That's awesome.
Mostly subscribers. Yeah.
That's awesome. And does Macveld print anymore?
No, I think it was stopped in 2015.
Wow.
I think. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. That's crazy. I don't know. Print was before my time. Like we on the U.S. side stopped printing by the time I had started. So to see a physical edition, and actually your name is in the masthead back here, Chris.
Our names, or at least my name should be in there. Although.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's been a long time
but
there's been something for me in that thing.
Oh yeah. Well, but yeah, if you do speak German, or understand it at least, subscribe over on PCWorld, because you're doing awesome stuff over there. Not just on YouTube, but TikTok. You're blowing up with the kids. I heard you're a big deal with the kids.
I don't know where you heard this, but yeah.
Because you're doing dances over there. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah. Dances,
and like
trends,
song covers.
Trends, yeah, like.
Yeah, that paging Dr. Beat thing. You did a video on that, right?
And they did like fitness videos where they lift heavy PCs for like arm muscles.
This kind of stuff.
Yeah. No. Also over on Instagram too. Good Instagram stuff. So Macveld doesn't have a YouTube channel, but do they have other social channels?
I think we do technically. We don't use it.
I would recommend everybody not to check it out.
Yeah, no.
The videos are.
Okay. Well, what about other Instagram, TikTok?
We don't do much social. We have like a lot of clicks coming from Facebook, but we don't do video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, what? So you work on the PCWorld video team. What do you do for Macveld?
I write articles for Macveld, and then I test stuff. Like I review stuff and just managing freelancers.
And why are you sitting on this podcast? We talk about PCs here. I don't know. Is Mac? Oh, here's a good question. In Germany, is Mac a PC?
You mean by definition of the word?
No.
No.
I think Apple did a great job with even in Germany with distinguishing between a Mac and a PC.
People don't say I bring my PC. They say I bring my Mac.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. Yeah, it's not a PC. It's a Mac. It's not a
computer.
laptop.
It's like MacBook. I bought a new MacBook Pro M3, 64 gig.
So well, if Gordon were up, I'm sure he's resting. He's sleeping right now at this hour. He'd be like, hey, is it like in the U.S. where all Mac users just eat avocado toast and cross their legs on the couch with their shoes on, and just like go to coffee shops and buy very expensive coffee?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Not this guy.
Not this guy. You're cool.
I'm a Mac in the streets, PC in the sheets guy. Like I have a Windows gaming PC at home, and when I work from home, I write about Apple stuff on a Windows PC.
Nice. Okay, so you're
don't tell my boss.
Okay, yeah, because I told you earlier when I met you, I was like, listen, the Macworld people, if in the U.S. side any of those Macworld people were working on a PC, they'd be fired. I guess it's a little less strict over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. But yeah. So no, you have a PC. You're a PC gamer. You're here to talk about the glories of the PC, right?
Maybe.
We want you on tape saying that PCs
that
are
PC is
better
than Mac. Yeah. Can you definitively say that right now?
No.
All right.
They are better for a specific
Okay,
things.
I was about to say, I'll throw you a bone. Are PCs better than Macs for gaming?
Yeah, absolutely.
There we go. Okay. So
but,
PCs are better than Macs.
I think Mac is getting better a little bit, but it will take a while.
But do you think it's actually going to happen? Because I feel like Mac people have been saying that for a while.
Yeah, they have. But I think
for
they just want a piece of the gaming cake.
I love cake.
But I don't think they're very serious about
I
gaming.
mean, they got a big piece of the cake with mobile gaming, which is
Yeah,
the
no,
most
sure.
profitable market of gaming.
Yeah.
And they are very big in there. But to be fair, I would say for a long time, everybody said, yeah, Mac will get better for gaming, but nothing really happened. But if you look at the last, since the M chips came, I would say you can actually see some things changing.
I think that's a huge benefit because like both the mobile chips and the laptop, the M chips, they are basically the same architecture, so it's easier to port games for that.
But in the end, will Mac become a gaming platform? I doubt it.
No.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Maybe
they would have to sell like RGB accessories.
Yeah, and usually on the Windows side, they'll be like a brand like Acer, Asus, MSI, all of them will have their normal brands, but then have a gaming line. Like for Acer, it's like Predator, right? Kind of thing. So what would be the name if Apple were to make a gaming line of laptops? What do you think their sub-brand, their gaming sub-brand would be called? iGame with like a lowercase I. iGame Pro.
Maybe they're not particularly creative with like brands, I guess. Yeah, I think they would be like more straightforward, like Apple.
The iPlay.
Apple Gaming or something like that.
Oh,
Apple
Gaming Pro.
Oh, the iToy.
I'm also not very creative.
Remember the iToy?
No, actually, I think you're right. Yeah. Check out this new laptop. It's beautiful. It's got RGB. The lid opens. It's like we invented the gaming laptop here at Apple. Buy now for $8,000 the Apple Gaming Pro.
You know what they could do? What I would enjoy a little bit. If you look at the Mac Studio and I think the Mac Mini, they have like they sit on a little
like a dock kind of thing.
Yeah, but they're not flat on the table, but there's like there's like a little gap.
Okay.
And if they had like RGB lighting around it to just shine on the surface, that would be kind of cool, I guess.
Wait. Oh, so are you saying maybe all Apple has to do is sell a gaming attachment, which is just lights on the bottom?
Yeah, $200.
And it will go 20% faster. Yeah,
absolutely.
I dig it. All right. Well, speaking of gaming, Alex and I were up at IFA in Berlin. You weren't at IFA, but you went to Gamescom.
Yes.
Have you ever been to IFA?
Yeah, but it was weird because it was 2020. So it was the COVID year, and it was hybrid, and it was strange, yeah.
Have you been to IFA, though?
No, I haven't actually.
Not at all?
No,
Wow.
no.
Well, I've heard Gamescom is cooler.
I mean, it probably depends on why you're there and what you're doing. Like, for me, Gamescom is not so great because obviously I'm working there and it's so full, so crowded. And it's really tough to squeeze yourself through this amount of people all the time with the camera guys and
trade shows.
Everything. Yeah. But it's fun. It's fun.
Have you ever been to Gamescom?
Yeah, once, but it was a while ago.
Oh, okay.
As a visitor.
Have you been?
No. Actually, on the U.S. team, I think only it was Brad who's gone to Gamescom. He went for because that's where NVIDIA announced the 20 series, I think. Was it Gamescom? So yeah, he went over there, but he said it was awesome. So one of these days. Now, actually, I mean, we did have the option to go, but Gamescom and IFA were so close to each other that.
Also, you guys had the E3 for a long time.
Yeah. I've been to plenty of E3s, but it's dead now, so R.I.P. Unfortunately. But yeah, so IFA, we're here for IFA, and traditionally. Here at PCWorld, we don't cover IFA because there's usually not a lot of computer news. But I had been to IFA 2015. That was the very last time that I had been to IFA, and so been 10 years. But there was actually surprisingly PC news and processor news. So Mark Hochman, our colleague from PCWorld, was here. And full disclosure, Intel had sent or paid for travel and lodging for Mark to be at IFA, and then Lenovo paid for travel and room and board for Alex and I. So he kind of covered Intel, though I did go to a little bit, and then he covered Qualcomm, because both Intel Lunar Lake was kind of talked about here, and Qualcomm's new Snapdragon X Plus, so a lower tier of Snapdragon chips. And then, surprisingly, there was a lot of handheld stuff. We'll get to the handheld stuff in a little bit, but the first thing I want to ask is that the sentiment, at least in the U.S., is that Intel is struggling. How would you say in its feeling in Germany? What's the temperature of the room of German gamers and PC builders for Intel right now?
I would say it's pretty similar. I mean, it's that AMD has like the upper hand is there like for the last 5-6 years.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, lately with the problems Intel had with like the 13th or 14th generation, with the chips that are breaking down, and I mean, obviously the launch of the new AMD chips didn't really go smoothly, but
yeah, that's the whole thing.
But in the state Intel is at the moment, they could do basically anything, and that wouldn't even matter, because it's not even a competition right now. But on the other side, of course, if you look in our comments in our community, most people are pro AMD. But if you look at the sales,
yeah, I was about to ask, what do the sales look like?
Yeah, Intel is still, I mean, pre-built PCs and OEM systems and like systems for enterprise and everything. Intel is still selling. Can I say crap load? Is this?
Sure. Yeah. Crap load.
crap load of.
It's an imperial unit.
Yeah.
Yes. Only
two
Gordon.
crap loads of chips.
I'm sorry. Gordon calls them freedom units.
Sorry.
Crap load is a freedom unit here.
Yeah. How many pounds is there?
How many pounds of crap? I don't know. That's a lot of crap. It's a load of crap, actually.
Yeah. But yeah, I would say this is the state right now, and everybody's waiting what Intel will do when then at some point finally all the new chips will be announced. And
yeah. Well, they did not talk about Arrow Lake here that much. This IFA show at least was a big taking the wraps off Lunar Lake. It was announced at Computex, but all of the laptops and handhelds that I saw at Computex were behind glass that featured Lunar Lake. So we literally did not get our hands on any of the devices. Mark Hochman did a lot of amazing writing over on PCWorld, so go over to PCWorld.com to read it. If you can read German, I'm sure there was plenty of coverage over on PCWelt.
Probably yes.
Yeah. I don't think MacWelt covered
No,
Intel.
we don't do that.
Yeah. How much do you
Not
follow?
anymore.
We did have one IFA piece, but it was about iPhone cases. But obviously it's not.
That's exciting.
It was kind of exciting because manufacturers, because IFA was before the iPhone event.
Yeah.
It was like
Which just
Monday.
happened 2 days ago? Yeah.
Yeah, and the manufacturers, like most of them, already showcased their iPhone 16 cases before Apple even announced it.
Busted.
Yeah.
Busted.
But did the media pick up on that? Like, did you make a piece about this fact?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
So, I mean, so listen, people know I'm not an iPhone user, but I mean, I heard the big announcement. We're going to veer off for a second here into Apple land. Sorry. Just skip ahead if you don't want to listen. The big announcement is I heard Apple has reinvented the smartphone yet again. Somehow they reinvented it again, and they figured out, hey, you know what? We can put another button on this phone.
Yeah.
So did the cases actually show like a opening for a button, and everyone was like, "What the hell is this opening for?"
It's what's the name? It's camera control thing. It's like a capacitive touch thing that works as a 2-stage shutter, I think. Okay. And if you swipe it, you can control camera options like zoom and white balancing and stuff like that.
But I assume there's a cutout in a case so you can access it.
Yeah.
Did people notice that at the trade show?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the thing is, Android had these like the same kind of technology, like the cutouts. They had them for a while because if you look like at cheap Chinese Android phones, they have like their touch sensor on the side.
Yeah.
And case manufacturers, they always had the little cutout for the same thing. And
I'm sorry, I got to stop you. I can't. This is the OnePlus Open. It is not a cheap Android phone. It does have a fingerprint sensor on the side.
It's at least twice as expensive as
an iPhone,
because it's
also it has a little
pieces.
toggle if you want to mute it or unmute it quickly. I know iPhones used to have that.
Yeah, got
so,
rid of that.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you're familiar with other Android phones. Like some of them, like
I have been.
Xiaomi and
It's been
Redmi,
years.
they have like a fingerprint sensor on the side and the on-off button.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially, that's kind of the same design thing with the new iPhones.
Whoa! You can unlock with your fingerprint again on
No.
iPhones? Oh, okay. I was about to say.
No. It's
yeah.
like from
That would be
just
too
from
convenient.
from case design. I always hated that
Oh.
cutout, and I don't think it's gonna be nice on the iPhone too, because like you have to squish your finger inside
it's
the
low,
the
right, too?
yeah.
Isn't it lower on the phone? So you'd
Yeah,
have to like almost kind of go like this low to.
I
if they were to do
I
it,
think
but-
if you do vertical stuff, you can have it. If you have it in your right hand, it will be still kind of nice.
Really?
And if you have it horizontal, you have like a classic camera button position.
Which I like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when does this revolutionary phone come out?
Pre-order starts this Friday
Ooh.
and shipping on the 20th.
Are you going to be
Is
reviewing
this
it?
also, is this the German timetable? Or is
Yeah.
this
I think
okay.
it's like worldwide.
It's worldwide.
Yeah, if I had to guess.
That makes sense, yeah.
Are
I
you
actually
going to
didn't
be?
see anything of the new iPhone. I didn't even see a picture of the new iPhone because I was on vacation until just the other day.
Oh, yeah.
Now I come back and didn't.
The pros look the same.
Yeah, I read a little
actual
bit
design
about
is
it
just-
on
yeah.
Reddit, but that people were saying like that the normal one actually for many people they said it looks better than the Pro this year.
Yeah, it
Wait,
has
they-
nice colors too.
Did they redesign the normal one? Or no?
The camera bump. Yeah, they used to have like a diagonal camera bump,
Mhm.
and now it's vertical again, like on the iPhone.
On the
What 12 was the
XS
last
and
one?
10, they had the
Yeah.
Revolutionary.
Yeah.
So are you going to be reviewing the phone? Do you?
Yeah.
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 Okay. All right. So and you're excited?
Um,
You seem very excited.
I am.
Just
hold
him.
on.
That's
Hold on.
just him.
Hold back
He's
your
German.
excitement. Oh,
He's
okay.
German.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's-
You-
that's-
also,
how excited we get.
I started writing about Apple 2 years ago,
Oh, okay.
and before that I had an Android phone, and before even that I had a Windows phone.
Ooh,
yeah,
Windows phone.
Windows was my
Classic.
first mobile platform, like my first
The
smartphone.
tiles and everything.
Yeah,
Nice.
it was great. And some of the Lumias back then, they had a camera button as well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Those Lumias, yeah, I miss.
I think I had
So
a
I'm-
Sony Ericsson Walkman handy that had a camera button, so I think the idea is not
Hey.
the idea is
No,
pretty
no, no,
old.
no. Apple invented it. Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm not here to like defend Apple or like say that they're doing making the best
Yeah.
products.
But I'm sorry. We
Yeah.
we here on the Full Nerd.
I'm
we,
very curious to see the new iPhones, but it's another iPhone.
Yeah, another iPhone. But yeah, so back to PCs. Lunar Lake is not just another chip.
Tell me about it.
Yeah,
because I
well-
don't know anything.
Well, so Meteor Lake launched earlier this year. Well, technically late last year. It did not light the world on fire for laptop processors. AMD has steadily been gaining ground, but in the hearts and minds, I don't know about sales numbers as much. Gordon and Mark cover more of the laptop stuff. So just to tell you the truth, I'm not as invested in it as much, and I am curious. I did use a Snapdragon X Elite laptop for probably a good month, I think, before I switched to this one for the trip. Have either of you guys used any of the Snapdragon laptops?
I just tried it on at Computex.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Tried it for a few minutes. I also got this one with the new AMD chip, but
Mhm.
I didn't have a Snapdragon here yet.
Okay. Yeah, So Lunar Lake, I mean, I think we will probably see Lunar Lake pretty soon, but it has a lot to live up to. I mean, they're talking a big game. They were definitely telling me that kind of it was designed for 9 watts, which is pretty low power efficiency, and then they scaled up from there versus Meteor Lake, which was designed at a higher wattage, and they tried to scale down. So. I mean, it looks good on paper, but of course, like we always say, let's just wait for the independent reviews and the benchmarks. But on paper, I mean, it's looking nice.
How much of the talk was about AI? Like, was it?
I mean, listen, it's not just the PC industry. IFA was plastered with AI literally everywhere. Alex, do you remember something that was just like the stupidest AI?
I think we saw an AI vacuum.
Yeah, AI vacuum. Yeah, I was like, okay, cool.
What's it gonna do with AI?
Yeah.
The vacuum?
I mean, the vacuums are already pretty smart. Like, what benefit does it give?
No, this is the thing. It's like the trend right now is to just rename what you already have to say, no, this is AI. Yeah. It's like, wait, didn't you already have that? Yeah, but now it's AI.
I saw a PC on Computex that was labeled an AI PC, and I was asking because I looked at the PC, looked like every other PC. So I asked, why is it AI? And they said, it got 2 graphics cards that makes it very good for like AI processes, and so that's an
which
AI
is true.
PC now.
Which
I
is
mean,
true.
Yeah, technically it's true.
Yeah. We have people.
You could also say PC with 1 GPU is good for AI, like better than non-GPU.
And NVIDIA would say that as well.
Yeah.
Yes,
But like 2 GPUs for AI processing, that's not a consumer
but it was just
product, right?
Yeah, but it was regular graphics card. It was not like special AI.
No, of course. But like who would need a PC with 2 graphics cards at home for AI computing?
You'd be surprised. There's a lot of people who run local large language models or like image generation. I know a lot of people on our Discord do image generation stuff.
But is that still consumer, or is that already?
I mean,
prosumer. Is that?
Very much prosumer. Yeah. No, that's the better word for it. Yeah. I mean, and to tell you the truth, like I feel like any components above $1,000, like even a 4090, is that really consumer? Yeah, I mean it is, yes, technically a consumer part, but that's pretty high end. Like, you either have the money and hey, good on you for having the money, or you need it for serious work, because there are benefits of having a 4090, let alone 2 of them, to do some work. So yeah, if you need it, you need it. But for Lunar Lake and Snapdragon, all the laptop stuff, when they're talking about NPUs, it's always about efficiency, right? It's like, hey, sure, technically in overall tops, the trillions of operations per second for AI workloads, sure, the GPU is more powerful, but they always argue that it's not as efficient. So if you offload that to the NPU, then you can get some efficiency there, longer battery life, that kind of stuff. So yeah, I don't know. It was funny. We don't really cover a lot of the stuff that was IFA. So when we did walk around and just look, and it's just like literally just everything has AI, and it's just like, okay, that's just where we're at in this stage. Everything's called AI.
Was there something on IFA, something AI related or not AI related, where you would actually say, damn, that's like a good product, something I haven't seen before? Some innovation?
Alex, you stumped me.
Yeah.
People that are really into AI are shareholders.
Oh yeah, shareholders. Yeah, they're very excited for AI.
Representatives, they don't stop talking about it.
Yeah, I mean,
for the shareholders.
I'd have to think about it a little bit more, but I mean, I haven't seen too many uses, even not at IFA, that I'm like, oh yeah, this is amazing. So, I mean, I still think it's early days. There's definitely a lot of talks around, what it can be used for, but all the major companies are excited to be there saying, hey, you know what? We have the hardware, the softwares, we're working with the ISVs, we're working with, all these companies to help include that. I will say I was invited to a on-the-record breakfast with AMD executives and Microsoft executive to talk about their overall AI strategy. So they some of this was talked about for the handheld stuff, which we'll get to in a minute. And there was actually some GPU news out of it a little bit as well. But in terms of AI, Jack Hune, which is one of the senior leaders at AMD, I'm sorry, I can't remember his exact title off the top of my head, but he was talking about in the potential future of being able to offload workloads to an NPU, even on desktop, to say, hey, if somebody is using OBS to stream out a game, do you really want to take any of that overhead for encoding or doing any sort of real-time effects? Anything like that is theoretically taking processing power away from a CPU or GPU, depending on what it is. Wouldn't it be great if we had an NPU that could handle some of that stuff, so that the CPU and GPU could just focus on gaming? I mean, yes.
I mean, we got something like that. It's called an external video card. Like,
yeah.
But that I see the point. Yeah, but
I mean, well, because the question we've always had, at least on the desktop side, is like, okay, cool, laptops. The story is there's an NPU. It's efficient. It helps with battery life. We don't really need to care about
AI tasks.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
But we don't necessarily need that on the desktop because we have limitless power, limitless processing. But for light, if there was an NPU still on the desktop, then like inside the CPU package or something like that, that you would be able to. It's not about efficiency. It's about maybe putting the right task in the right place, right? So theoretically, right?
And though then you could argue that if you have a MPU on the chip, if you would just don't use the MPU and instead use the space on the chip to make a more powerful CPU, you would maybe have more overhead than with the MPU.
True.
It's an argument you could make.
It is an argument. It is an argument. The other thing that Jack was talking about a lot was working with game developers to say, hey, listen, is there any tasks within your game engine to offload to an NPU? So say somebody like Epic, and I'm just using an example here, but say somebody like Epic, as part of the Unreal Engine development kit, says, hey, you know what, there's this specific AI workload, and I mean AI is in like lowercase AI, like a NPC AI kind of stuff. Imagine if, hey, there's some sort of workload that you can offload to an NPU for that and get some sort of benefit. Because obviously that's the other thing, is that whether it's gaming, whether it's content creation, whether it's any of this stuff, you need people to develop the software and work around it. And that's where it's up in the air. It's early days. They kept saying like, hey, listen, like it's early days. We're glad we have the hardware. We're working on that timetable. And then now we're working with the developers to get it implemented in the hardware. So I'm cautiously optimistic. That would be great. But, could we come back 5 years, 10 years from now and be like, oh, yeah, do you remember all that AI talk? Yeah, it didn't go anywhere. We're still just using CPUs and GPUs.
I think we're at the point where AI is such a buzzword, and we have to find like very useful, like specific use cases where AI is actually useful for gaming, for whatever. Obviously, it's like large language models. That's kind of, I don't know why you would use that in gaming, for example. Maybe like to generate gibberish AI.
Especially
NPC text.
I mean, okay, not LLMs, maybe small language models, because the large ones are a little bit complicated to implement in a game. But I think language models are the first thing that comes to my mind when it goes to using AI in gaming, right? When I was at Gamescom, I was able to try out the its name, the NVIDIA
RTX AI or
So there was like
we got the demos as well.
Like one level, like a hotel lobby, and there were like three people. You could go talk to them. They had like a mic, so I would just talk into the mic, and there was a language model behind. It was a little bit funny because these characters, they are obviously trained by NVIDIA, so they told us, you can talk with them about gaming. They like gaming. And you go into us, you do game.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
and then he tells you, I like to game on NVIDIA RTX graphics card.
Of course.
Of course.
But marketing would like to have this phrase.
Yeah, well, that's actually a thing. Like if you start implementing like hidden like advertisements in game on through this, but
it's probably not hidden, but yeah, no, it's like,
Yeah.
oh no, this game's sponsored by Nvidia. By the way, when you talk to an NPC, he's going to talk about how Nvidia is awesome. Yeah, no, and actually, so we got that demo first at GDC earlier this year, and it was the whole interaction was, or I'm sorry, the audio part of the interaction was happening up in the cloud, so there was a latency. And then at Computex, they showed it actually running locally, so it was much faster. So like, there's definitely, I can see it, and everyone's working towards it. Once again, cautiously optimistic. I feel like everybody, it feels like a buzzword, and it feels like a trend that could just die like 3D glasses or something like that, but it seems like a lot of people are still working on it, so we'll see.
Let's just hope it doesn't take over our jobs and we're still here in 5 years.
Yeah.
And not like an AI Adam.
Yeah,
well,
who knows? Yeah.
The company just buys the rights to your face and then makes an AI version of you.
Hey, you know what? We're probably closer than we think. I mean, we were watching a video of Billy Corgan doing the same video but in multiple languages. Imagine if I didn't have to stumble through a German intro here. We could just have AI make a German version of the podcast.
It's not so far away. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's not that far away, I don't think. But another thing that got talked about at that AMD roundtable that was written about, there were other representatives were there. Paul Alcorn, friend of the show, was there, and others, and they wrote about how Jack was talking about taking on Radeon Graphics taking on the high-end NVIDIA GPUs, and there's been rumors that the next Radeon GPUs, whatever they're called, will be like they won't have a flagship kind of thing to compete against, and Jack kind of, essentially confirmed that and talked about the reasoning why, that they wanted to address the majority of the market rather than the high end, which I get. But like how much do you care? How much do you care that AMD wouldn't have, if it true is the next GPU launch comes out and they do not have a 4090 or 5090 competitor, how much would you care?
I wouldn't care.
Would you care?
No.
Oh, okay. Do you think gamers, German gamers, would care?
I can't speak for all.
You're here to represent all of Germany.
It is.
Yeah, you are the German ambassador.
It's true what AMD is saying is like with the flagship they would, like, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3% of the people they would target with that. And I don't think that's the only reason why they don't bring out a flagship. I think it also has something to do with performance, obviously. But in general, I think it's the right way to go for AMD. The entry level and the mid level was always the strong side of AMD, like going for a good value for the price. And I think they are good going that path at the moment. But they have to be competitive. Like, NVIDIA has been dominant now for, I would say, the last 2 generations at least. Like the 3000 and 4000 were like.
Well, if we talk about sales specifically, NVIDIA's been at 85% market
share
for
a decade,
a long time.
Yeah.
Is that true also in Germany? Does NVIDIA have the vast majority of the market share for?
Pretty sure, yeah.
I think so. The thing is, like, if you look at Steam Hardware Survey or something like that, they don't like sort it by country. I think it's just the global. But from my environment and the people I'm talking to, I would say NVIDIA is still like 4 to 5 graphics cards.
Like in my social group, I'm the only one with an AMD graphics card, and all the rest has like GeForce.
So you do which GPU are you running, if you don't mind?
I gave him one.
Oh, okay.
Is it the one I gave you?
I have my own 66 XT.
Oh, okay.
100.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
A couple of years old, but
didn't I give you one?
No, you gave me a CPU.
You can have that one back there. There you go. Yeah. So it looks like the 7900 XTX maybe. Just take that one.
The thing is, I don't need that
kidding.
kind of power, because the only thing I play on PC these days is Guild Wars 2 and.
Oh, okay. Nice, classic. Yeah. Well, I know you're a Factorio guy, so.
Yeah, at the moment definitely. Dude,
I love playing spreadsheets.
It's the best.
I love playing math.
It's
math
the
is
best
my
game in the world.
favorite.
It's like I heard it's
Everybody in the chat who likes Factorio, please raise your hands because it's the
no.
it's the best game.
it's a front end for Excel, right?
It
the
is.
visualization.
It's a Excel GUI. All right, we're being mean to you. But a friend of the show, Al Bundy, says Germans like cost-effective products. So why don't you think AMD is more prevalent in Germany?
The thing is, if you go for cost efficiency, if you look at Nvidia and AMD, if you just go for the FPS per euro, maybe in the mid or in most of the levels, AMD would be cheaper. But if you look at the software that's coming with it, and for a long time, I mean, FSR is getting better and better, but DLSS was good. Was ahead for a long time, and if you take this into account, I would say this thing, the price value changes a little bit with the performance you can get out of it with DLSS and stuff, frame generation. So I would say it's not that easy to say, AMD is just cheaper. It's more factors too.
I think it's different in CPUs because, like, going back to my group of friends, most of them have AMD CPUs, but they use NVIDIA GPUs. And I think that CPUs are more popular than, well, obviously you don't have an NVIDIA CPU, but it's kind of different.
Would you say Americans are very loyal to brands? Like, are there a lot of NVIDIA fanboys, fangirls, AMD, like people who stick just with the brand they always bought?
Yeah, I mean, yes, of course. Like, we got plenty of people who will comment on brand loyalty for sure, but plenty of people who have been burned by brands, and rightfully so, being like, hey, you know what, I bought so and so and it broke on me, and I'm never buying that again. So I totally get it. But just to be honest, there's plenty of people who are like, oh yeah, NVIDIA sucks, never buy NVIDIA. What do you got? I got a 4090. No, but you shouldn't buy it. So I don't know. It goes both ways, but I do know at least people do a lot of research. At least the people that we're talking to, and listen to this podcast, I feel like they're pretty well educated, pretty well informed, and a lot of it will come down to price versus performance. But I mean, hey, listen, like, there is something to be said about brand loyalty, especially when it comes to work stuff. I've never shied away from the fact that, like, for work-related applications, like for video editing that I do, NVIDIA just has an inherent advantage. Intel can have an inherent advantage as well. Like, there are certain tasks where it's like, hey, listen, it just performs better.
No video editor would ever buy an AMD graphics card.
I mean, you can. I have for a while. I tried it out, and
but you also work
wasn't bad.
with Adobe, right?
Adobe, and then I switched over to DaVinci Resolve a couple years ago. So
especially with Adobe, it's like NVIDIA is way better.
Yeah.
It's just like that.
I mean, but
I think they didn't even have proper AMD support until a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad. It's doable. It can be done. So, I don't want to make it say, oh, no one should ever buy AMD if you're doing video editing, because you can do video editing. It's just that what you get out of your money for NVIDIA can still be worth it, especially if you're worrying about work. It's one thing if you're just gaming, then you can be, whatever. But, for work stuff, I care about efficiency, cost, saying, hey, is this something I'm going to have to muck around with, or is it just going to work? And, so it's all that kind of stuff.
That's why people buy Macs. Like, when it comes to work. Yeah, when it comes to work, I know a lot of people say, yeah, I need it for work. I just wanted to work out of the box. I don't want to have any problems with it. I don't want to have to worry about, drivers and support, anything.
Yeah. And I mean, hey, it's the same thing for consoles. That's why people like consoles.
Exactly.
It's a dirty word around here, but we're in Germany. So I'm gonna say the word console.
And you guys, you are big with Xbox, right? Because compared to the rest of the world.
When you say you guys, are you now?
I mean,
are you putting it back on me?
Americans.
So now I'm the representative for the US.
Obviously. Do you own an Xbox?
Yeah, I own everything, but I'm also a weirdo. I almost cussed. I edited myself live on the fly there. I am a weirdo. I've got a lot of stuff, so I wouldn't call myself normal.
So you got a PlayStation 2?
not a PlayStation 2.
Yeah,
I have a PlayStation also.
As well,
yes, PlayStation 5. The PlayStation 5 Professional, I probably won't get. I haven't turned on my PS5 in a while, so yeah. I mean, but that. So if there's one thing people are loyal to, I feel like now more than ever, people are loyal to the PC. It's like I feel like I've known a lot of people, whether it's because of the handhelds or because of just like PCs, like especially during the pandemic. I know a lot of people who bought PCs and the game on PCs, and it's like, oh yeah, like consoles have their place, but like PC like feels like it's in a damn good spot. Do you feel like it's the same?
Yes, kinda. I agree that people are like they are loyal and proud PC gamers. At the same time, I would say that console gaming is still growing, and the problem with PCs is obviously or became the price in the last years.
I mean, but listen,
you were able to build a proper gaming PC like 5 years ago. You had to spend like in euros, not freedom dollars.
Yeah.
I would maybe spend like 1.5k, and nowadays, like for the same performance, if you calculate the time, like to play the current games at the full detail level, you maybe have to spend 2.5k, and not everybody is able to afford that, obviously. And the PS5, you pay $400 and you got it.
Not anymore. The PS5 Professional is $700.
Yeah.
So like I think inflation's hitting everybody.
And you have to pay for the stand extra.
Yeah.
They're doing an Apple thing now
for PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
So the controllers you need maybe.
So yes,
more,
I don't know. Like there's definitely a lot of talk of hey, computer prices have gone up. I totally get it. Yes, but I feel like that's across the board. I've heard people complain the same thing about laptops. Laptop prices are high as well. I mean, food. Like, actually, you know what? Food here is pretty cheap. I would say food. And I was driving.
Food in the US is pretty expensive.
Okay. Yes.
I mean, especially in San Francisco.
Also in California. Yes. And gas prices, whatever. So I don't know. It's I think that inflation stuff.
But
I mean, it's just hitting everybody.
On the paper, I think the PC market is actually either stagnating or even going down.
Or shrinking. Desktop specifically.
Desktop,
yeah. So no, I and we're clear about that. So I totally understand. But friend of the show, I want to get back to it. Gentlestone, I'm going to read it as Gentlestone, said, I have brand loyalty to PCWorld and Gamers Nexus, and I'm going to do this for you. I did for audio listeners, I did a heart hands thing, so thank you, I appreciate it. And then somebody was saying, here we go, Tim Lau, friend of the show, Tim Lau, says the U.S. is Xbox's biggest market, and the PlayStation is more popular in the U.S. Okay, I think they missed an isn't somewhere. But yeah, no, I mean the Xbox is obviously I think bigger in the US than in
here.
Europe.
I know one person who owns an Xbox and he's sitting there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Besides myself,
but
honestly, I do this for a job, so.
Honestly, though, I do think that they have the right approach to be like, hey, listen, you want a console? Sure. But do you want a game on PC too? Sure. We own that ecosystem too.
And also, I think the Xbox Series X is the better console than the PS5. It's my opinion, but since all my friends own a PS5, I gotta play PS5 if I want to play with my friends. Yeah.
And we're not friends.
Oh wow!
We are. I don't know. He's shooting at me.
Airing it live on television here. So
telling you the truth finally.
Yeah, there we go. Last processor talk I want to get to in this segment is part of the conversation too. Jack Hune just randomly threw it out there. In the mobile, because I follow a lot of handheld stuff, and we're talking about handheld gaming, and Jack definitely cares about gaming. Listen, I think for a lot of companies, there's this rep that like high-level executives like don't actually game, or they don't like use the products that they're talking about. But like Jack, he is a passionate gamer, and he's pretty high up at AMD, and it is obvious that gaming is something near and dear to his heart, and especially portable gaming. He's been very open, and even with Microsoft right in the room of like, hey, the handheld gaming experience on Windows-based handhelds is not where he would like it. And so they're doing a lot of work together with Windows. They're doing a lot of work on their end, and through the process of that conversation, I'm not giving direct quotes here. He mentioned the Z1 and the Z2, and I nearly almost like did a spit take at the table. I'm sure if somebody was watching me, they'd be like, "Is that guy okay over there?" And I was just like, "Did he just say Z2?" So I had to follow up with him and be like, "So you mentioned Z2. Where along in the development process is the Z2 platform?" Which, for those of you who don't know, a lot of these Windows-based handhelds use more off-the-shelf laptop parts, like a 7740U or something like that. But AMD decided to make a handheld-specific variant, which is pretty close to off-the-shelf with just some slight tweaks. That was the Z1 and the Z1 Extreme, which is in like the Asus ROG Ally, the Lenovo Legion Go. I'm blanking. It was in another one. So there has been no talk of the Z2, but when I asked, he said, yes, we are working on the Z2, and it will be launched in early 2025. And I was like,
oh, really?
Okay, cool. So I did a standalone news video about that because I was excited, and my handheld brethren were excited about that as well.
New handhelds for us, huh?
Yeah. So new handhelds, and they also said, early 2025. And I was like, what else is in early 2025? Well, CES. So I'm expecting to see a lot of new handhelds out of CES with Z2. I did follow up and ask about architecture stuff, like what is it based off of, and of course they gave me the boilerplate. We can't comment on unannounced products, but they were talking about AI and NPUs and that kind of stuff, which leads me to think it's probably going to be Strix, which is out in the market now, which is good. It's not a generational uplift in laptop performance specifically, but it is an uplift.
Yeah, and it is a good efficiency uplift. So that could be good for handhelds.
Yeah, because when they talked about RDNA 3.5 at the AMD event that we went to in LA, they talked about how they implemented a lot of learning by working with Samsung on mobile in the mobile space. So like that chip was very much about efficiency, and so so even though performance might not be a generational uplift, hopefully it'd be nice if that leads to the efficiency leads to more longer battery life on these handhelds specifically. So other news, but I think we should switch over to the handheld segment, because one of the things I was not expecting going into IFA was there was handheld news. Not only that news, but I got my hands on two new handhelds specifically. One of them was the MSI Claw 8 AI Plus. It's got AI in the name, so it's
obviously.
Yeah, it's
must
smart.
be good.
It must be good. So I saw this at Computex, but it was literally behind glass. I couldn't touch it. I couldn't poke it. I couldn't sniff it.
This something that's important to you? Sniff at the things first?
Just so you know, yes, I do like to sniff electronics.
Very, very nice of you to circle back to the weird
stuff. Yeah. And I'm going to go back to a comment when we were talking earlier about AI. Oh no, if I can find it real quick. Somebody, here we go. A friend of the show, Magical Flying Fox, says, and I missed it. Can AI Adam sniff handhelds? I'm going to say no. AI Adam
Is this actually a thing? Like, do people know that about you, that you like to sniff handhelds?
Have you never watched my videos? Wow, I'm hurt.
I watch it sometimes, but I never seen you sniff on
so. Specifically, I made two videos, one about the MSI and then one about the Acer Nitro Blaze 7. I sniff them both. I like sniffing handhelds.
Do you do like ASMR YouTube shorts, like where you just sniff?
I really want
Not
to.
Yet.
No. I really want to. I'm scared. I don't know if people want that.
But which
I don't know if
which
people
one
want that.
smelled better?
That's a good question. Actually, we came up with an idea that maybe I should do like a blind sniff test where like I put on, and you know what? To tell you the truth, I think I could probably distinguish a couple of them. I'm not going to come out here and say I have a perfect track record and know exactly how they all smell.
I know a German show format that would work with that.
Wetten das?
Yeah.
You'll have to show me this. Yeah. So.
So AI Adam, he
sniffing.
could.
No, AI Adam could not sniff.
You
handhelds.
think he couldn't?
No, because
I mean, he
AI
can
Adam
touch
has
it,
no
right?
nose. Yeah,
Yeah.
he can't touch it. He can't
Yeah.
sniff it. It's a waste of AI.
How much longer do you think it will take before phones or other devices will get like sniffing sensors?
Oh, sniffing sensors. Oh.
Because when those are
You're right.
ubiquitous, that's a word.
Yeah, no, that is the right word. Yeah.
Then they could maybe sniff.
All right, now I'm scared. Yeah, because if that happens, then I would be.
But
out
what's
of
the
a job
use case?
for sniffing handhelds? What else? That's what we're talking about here. So,
Like
no.
the number one use
Obviously,
case on the
everyone
list.
wants to know what a handheld smells like. Yeah, I'm not the weird one.
No, definitely not.
We're just leaning into it.
No. So anyway, yeah. So the MSI Claw, the first one. Did either of you guys try out the MSI Claw?
No.
And you're not much of a handheld gamer except for like a Switch.
Yeah,
right?
I own a Switch, and I
Do you use it a lot or?
It depends on what games are released. Like right now, I'm playing PCWorld Heist 2 because it
Ooh,
came
good.
out a couple of
Yeah,
weeks
good
ago,
game.
maybe.
Good game.
But otherwise, I'm mostly on Xbox these days.
Do you primarily play it in handheld mode or docked?
Docked.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, and then Chris, do you enjoy handheld gaming?
Oh, dude, I love handheld gaming. I actually, I tried the Steam Deck, like when it came out. I had the chance to try it a little bit, but after that, I didn't really use the handheld for a long time. I tried the PlayStation Portal, but that's what is the
I don't
streaming
know if that's much
thing.
of
I
a
was not
handheld.
convinced by that. And then, when I visited you guys in San Francisco,
Mm-hmm.
you gave me an Ally that you had
RGI
a bunch of them,
LIX.
so you gave me one. Yes,
The Z1
Yeah,
Extreme. Yep.
yeah, and since you gave me this thing, it's like daily use for like
Oh,
literally.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, and I was worried. I thought coming over here, and I knew I wanted to follow up.
But
if
you know
you'd
what?
been using it.
It's you also put a little curse over me with that one, because now it's like, on a usual evening I'm sitting in front of my PC, I game, and then at some point I go into my bed and I put on an audiobook or something and go to sleep. And now there's an extra step between that where I go into the bed, take out the Ally, and game, and that made my like the time I fall asleep, like this postponed it for about an hour now, so I
I'm
get
sorry.
1 hour less sleep every
Ooh.
day thanks to you.
You know what? Hashtag worth it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Hashtag first world problems, but yeah, I really enjoy it, and I actually want to try some more different handhelds when I get my hands on them, because they are I like the Ally, but there's also a few things that maybe other handhelds do better, so I want to try them all. I know also Zotac came out with a new handheld now.
Yeah, we saw the Zotac Zone at
yes.
at Computex. I don't think it's
Yes.
out yet.
No, but I think
But
you can
yeah.
pre-order it now,
Oh, okay.
and it got a more like a chip with a little bit more performance than this Z1
Yeah, I think
Extreme.
it's the 8840U.
Yeah.
that's in that one.
And I think
So-
it's the only one with that yet, or
no,
what about
there's
the
there's
Claw?
others. Yeah. No, well the
The
Claw
new,
came
the new
out.
Claw?
Well, the old Claw had Meteor Lake and ran into some
Okay.
issues there, and then the new Claw has Lunar Lake. So yeah, if Lunar Lake comes out and has some good wins, and this MSI Claw 8 AI Plus comes out and has some good designs, good battery life, that kind of stuff. I mean, I did get to use it for a bit. It's always hard on a trade show. I could only play one game. I couldn't bring up overlays. And I'm
What game was
in a
this?
crowded environment.
Was it
so-
Forza Horizon?
No, it was
It's almost always Forza.
the music one.
The music one.
Yeah, the Xbox and music game. Oh my, wow! It's a tip of my tongue. I can't remember the team that got laid
SingStar?
off.
Just Dance?
No. The team that got laid off. It's like the action.
With
Hi-Fi Rush.
Hi-Fi Rush.
Rush.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
that's a
got
good
there.
one though.
We got
That's a
there.
good
Yeah.
one though.
So yeah, I'm not gonna. It's a weird environment, but from what I tried, at least initially, I was like, oh, okay, this feels good. This performs.
What did you like about it?
I mean, the screen is nice. It's 8 inches, which I like big screens. which like the Lenovo Legion Go has a big 8-inch screen, but it's 16 by 10, but it's not. So Lenovo Legion Go has like, oh god, it's 8-inch, but it's like very high res. It's like double 800p.
It's also
so
a huge device, right? The
it's a
Legion,
big device.
It's a
big device, and the screen is like whatever double 2880 by 800 is. So it was, I'm not good at math. I don't know. 1600p, and just like but I never use it in that mode. That's way too many pixels for a handheld. Like it's just not efficient. So this one is just 1080 by 1200. So that felt good. It didn't feel like I could see the pixels. Like I think that's the sweet spot, is like 1080p area. The screen looked nice. It has front firing speakers, and they seemed pretty loud. But once again, I was in a noisy trade show floor. The weight felt evenly distributed. The thing I don't like about the Lenovo Legion Go is because of the excuse me, the detachable handheld or the detachable controllers, it forces all of the density to be in the middle, and so like it has this like this heft to it that's not evenly distributed the way that the other handhelds are, and this one, I guess I don't remember exactly how much it weighed and how that is to the Lenovo Legion Go, but in my hands it actually felt pretty good. Yeah, I'd say the only downside was the ergonomics was a little like the actual bottom.
That's the thing with basically all handhelds I've tried, like the ergonomics and the weight distribution. I tried none yet that where I was thinking like, okay, that's perfect. That's you always got, but I mean the things have to have some weight to it, obviously, because of the especially the battery. And that's the only thing that annoys me when playing with these things is like if I'm in bed and I'm playing like this, then after an hour or 1.5, my arms are just like But
and the
first world problems. It's like,
well, the Switch is lighter, but the ergonomics are
way lighter.
Crap.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
So I don't
absolutely
like that either.
Worse.
Sorry, quick question: which one the had detachable?
Lenovo Legion Go was the.
Oh yeah, I didn't know they had that. They did like the Switch, but if you had one of those detachable things, one super important life hack I learned when I got my Switch is that you can buy a gooseneck
yes,
thing.
I've used that.
And you can
like what?
So imagine like something that clamps to a table that holds a tablet.
Yeah, there's like a thick wire and you can bend it, so you clamp it to your bed. You detach the controllers.
And you can literally have it above your head, coming down from the top, like in front of your eyes.
Which
it's fun.
So listen, I have done that, and my wife has looked over at me and she's like, "You look so stupid right now," because I'm just laying flat on the bed like a dead man with the controllers, by my side. And then I did it with the Switch at the time, and the Switch 2 feet in front of my face, and she's just like, "You look so stupid right now." And
it's like the humans in WALL-E,
exactly,
kind of,
but
less futuristic.
But
but it's super useful.
Did you buy it for yourself?
Yeah.
No, I bought one.
Yeah, it's just they're cheap.
It's just like an arm
$10,
attachment.
man,
And then you can put a phone or a tablet.
Yeah,
or
they're
whatever
mostly for phones and tablets, but some crafty Switch owners thought they might fit the Switch in there.
Yeah. Anyway, so there was that. I'm hopeful that MSI has learned from the original Claw launching, and that that the 8AI Plus will actually come out of the gate and be like, okay, cool. And I mean, obviously Intel wants that as well. It's the only Lunar Lake handheld that I know of that it has been announced with Lunar Lake in mind. So Intel also needs a big win here after the Meteor Lake launch of the original Claw. So yeah, fingers crossed. And then so Acer released a handheld, the Nitro Blaze 7. And most of the comments on the video were about the design because it is very gamer aesthetic in a way that I don't particularly like. we did get some comments of people saying like they liked it, but most of the time people were like, "What the heck is with this?"
Can you pull it up?
Oh yeah. Let's see if I can.
What was the name?
The Acer Nitro, which distinguishes that there's actually two gaming lines from Acer. One of them is the Nitro, one of them is the Predator. Nitro usually means more entry level, budget friendly. So, and I asked him about that. I was like, could you ever have a Acer Predator blaze? And they were like, we usually leave that kind of nomenclature for real high end products, and so maybe there's a Predator version coming in the future that has a more like bigger specs. Yeah, so we're looking at it on the screen right now.
I mean,
yeah.
I can be honest here, right?
No honesty here.
No honesty here. Okay, then it looks great.
Yeah, fantastic.
I mean, if they took away all the decals, it would be fine, I guess. But like the red stripes. And
it kind of looks like racing, and hey, gamers.
Oh yeah, it
red.
actually looks a little bit like a Formula One steering wheel,
right? It kind of does.
And it also
but the colors are
a bit like
Formula One car.
Starfield Special Edition Xbox controller because it has
that one look
things.
cool.
Yeah,
the game would be half as good as the controller looks good.
Yeah.
Much better.
I think it's hard because there are so many handhelds out there. And they mostly are just either black or white slabs, which is fine. I mean, so how much do you want to try to differentiate yourself? I think they probably maybe went a little too overboard on trying to differentiate themselves by stylings. So maybe they were worried that if they didn't have all the stylings, people would be like, oh, it's just another ROG Ally X, kind of thing. I don't know.
It doesn't look like it would be comfortable in the hands.
So actually the grips kind of protruded from the bottom, like it doesn't sit flush. And you can go watch the video over on PCWorld.
Oh, okay.
And I actually did have a Steam Deck and an ROG Ally X with me, so I compared it physically. And actually, you know what? It did feel good. At least for my hands, because the bottom part of the grip's kind of nestled right in my palm. That's usually kind of where I do it. And then ergonomics, it didn't bug me, at least with limited time on a trade show floor. Not the best place, but yeah, I liked it. I think more just like, especially with all these launches, like what's the overlay going to be like? How is it actually going to control? What kind of settings can you configure? All that kind of stuff. Usually is a little rougher out the gate, so hopefully Acer can come out with something more polished and have a unique experience when it comes to that. But really, I mean, people just want it to have good battery life and not too loud, not get too hot. So we'll see.
That's the thing about the handhelds. They are that's are the two factors. Like it's about the battery life, the performance, and the the how do you say, ergonomics.
Ergonomics, yeah.
Yes. And the performance and battery life, they are nobody can do something crazy there. Like the battery life, nobody will come and say, "Oh, we got 20 hours." Nobody will be able to do that.
Not like that. But I do feel like there is a point of diminishing returns. Like, how good is good enough? And for me, it's more like standby battery life because Windows will definitely hog more battery life in standby mode, and it's like, okay, well, if I play 2 hours in the evening, or even an hour before bed, then I'll put it to sleep or turn it off. I actually turn mine off usually. But theoretically, if I put it to sleep, it's like, okay, am I going to wake up the next day to go play an hour, and am I still going to have a charge? I care a little bit more about that than like distance. Except for on flights. Except for on flights, obviously. I mean, it was like 12-hour flight coming here, so I did care a little bit about battery life.
You carry a power bank.
I had a power bank.
Yeah. The argument I want to make is just you could pick almost every handheld that's out there at the moment, and you will have kind of the same experience, and it will be good.
I think there's two that step above the rest. The Steam Deck has great efficiency, but that is a custom process made with AMD specifically, and Valve has done a lot of work.
No, the Steam Deck performance is not on par anymore with a lot of the newer ones.
It's still good enough. Kind of like the Switch is still good enough, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the Switch, you look at it and you're like, oh god, that thing's ugly. But you know what? It's still good enough, especially for newer indie games.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sitting here trying to play Black Myth Wukong on it or anything. Well, actually, I have tried it, but yeah, I'm like, no, this isn't the place for that. And then the second one is the ROG Ally X, especially with Bazite loaded on it. Like, before I left here, I had a choice between, do I take on the plane, do I end up taking a Steam Deck, or do I end up taking a ROG Ally X with Bazite? And I stupidly thought about it way too much before I left, because usually I bring the Steam Deck because it's like, okay, I know the kind of battery life it's going to get. I can bring the right power bank and know exactly how much it's going to need to charge. The Ally X is still a little bit up in the air, but I ended up going with the Ally X, and I had no problem. Especially I played the SteamWorld Heist 2 a lot. I played the new Castlevania collection, the 3DS collection a lot, and I plugged it in just because I could, because it was there, but I kept unplugging it just to see what the battery life estimation, and especially when doing lightweight stuff, it was 6 hours plus.
Nice.
And so
I seem to be a bit out of the loop here. What's Bazite?
Oh, so right now the Steam Deck has a specific operating system called SteamOS, right? And they're talking about porting it to other handheld devices, but it's not officially out yet. But there have been open source projects, because SteamOS is open source. So somebody, the team, they call themselves Bazite. So they're essentially taking that SteamOS and putting it on in an easily configurable way onto other devices. So so essentially I have a dual boot. I have a 4 terabyte SSD in there that 2 terabytes is Windows, 2 terabytes is Bazite, and I can kind of switch back and back and forth between them. And the battery life, for just one versus the other, is you can notice it. Yeah, it's a big difference. So that's why, especially with Bazite loaded, it was amazing.
And it comes in Windows regularly, right?
It comes with Windows, though I have poked around and was like, hey, listen, if Valve, I mean, they say they're going to officially release it, would you as or would the company ever have that as an option to say, hey, you know what, I'm just going to use Asus as an example here. Would Asus ever on the shelf have a SteamOS version and a Windows version? They weren't willing to talk,
I'm sure they could just stick with dual boot, right?
They could dual boot it. I mean, but I don't know, that would be cool though, right? As an end user, it would be cool to be like, hey, you know what? I don't even want to try Windows. I'm just going to go with Bazite. To be fair, it is actually pretty easy to load Bazite, but you need to do a little bit of hand holding. So if you could get it right off the shelf, that would be great. But I think it'll be more a dual boot situation. Handhelds are fun. They're fun sniffing. You should try sniffing yours sometime.
I will go home today and sniff my Ally. I will text you about my experience.
Please, yes. No,
Are there any other things I should sniff while I'm at it?
It's the only thing he sniffs on camera.
Yeah. It's the only thing I sniff on camera is what Alex said, and he is 100% correct.
I think I don't want to know more about that.
Though, listen, it's been a while. Let's switch over to talking about Germany. We got a lot to talk about Germany, but before we do that, we need to drink some German food, or drink. I'm tired.
Bring in the blender.
Drink some German food and eat some German liquids. So on the table for audio listeners in front of me, I have some various German drinks that I have, and then I've tried some more that I didn't bring that I want to talk about. Everyone on Discord, there's been some people who have recommended me drinks. Thank you so much. I've tried, I think, all of them that's been recommended, so we can talk about it here. Also, you brought some snacks. You before coming in today, you stopped by Edeka to get some German snacks. Please walk me through all these German snacks.
Should we start with the snacks?
Yeah.
Or do you want to drink something first?
Well, no, whatever.
Your glass is empty.
Okay,
so
my glass is empty. Your glass is empty. All right. So, for audio listeners, I'm just going to describe this. We have a Lindauer. Is that the brand?
that's like
It's
a
a brand,
regional
yeah.
Okay.
brand for
Lindau
juices.
is
Yeah.
a city on Lake Bodden.
So I've got a multivitamin drink here, and I got to tell you, every breakfast I've been to usually has some sort of multivitamin option. It seems to be very common.
Often the common alternative to orange juice.
Yeah. I like it.
It
It's
sounds
tasty.
more healthy, but it's probably about the same.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
A lot of sugar, you know.
It's just like a bunch of fruit
Yeah,
mixed
it's
into like mostly. Yeah, you can see there's literally
What's-
everything in
What's
there.
100% soft?
That's like 100% juice, no like.
Okay. So that can't be that
say-
bad for you. Yeah.
No syrup, I guess.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
okay.
Like
Yeah.
syrup mixed
No,
with
okay, that's good.
water.
Also from Lundauer is Johannesbeer.
Yeah.
So yeah, somebody on Discord definitely told me I need to try this specifically in a spritzer.
And I described it to you, and you said, oh, you think you wouldn't like it.
Yeah, because I don't like tart, I don't like sour, but I did try this straight without like watering it down in a spritzer, and I liked it.
And I usually, if I drink this, and I rarely do, I mix it with sparkling
Yeah,
water
do you
because
like
it's very
this?
sour.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. And
Like
yeah.
these days, I stick to the red one because it comes pre-mixed.
Okay. Yeah. So this red one, also from Lindauer, is rhubarb.
Yeah.
Now I actually have not tried this on the table. This is the one I've not tried. So I am very curious to try this one. And then we have a regional specialty
Oh yeah.
called Spezi.
Yes, and this is
Spezi.
actually
Spezi.
available in the US now.
Yeah,
Really?
What's
Yeah.
the
they
American
call
name?
it call it Paulana Sunset,
Yeah, Sunset.
and I think it's available in
Oh.
California.
Especially in
onward now.
California, they made a lot of marketing. They went to like Venice Beach. Is this in
Venice Beach.
Yeah, they went down there with this and then gave it to people and stuff.
Spezi. What was the American name?
Paulana Sunset.
Paulana.
I
so
checked.
not even
I checked
Spezi.
because I think I don't know if you were involved in that conversation on Slack. There was some talk about German beer and drinks, and
Paulana Sunset. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll have to look out for this.
I
So,
think it's PaulanaSunset.com.
oh, okay.
Look the same.
Yeah. So
Just
it's
rebranded it a
it's
little bit.
orange cola.
Yeah.
So
Cola with like orange
Lemonade,
soda.
yeah.
Lemonade,
yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, we can get into that. And then there's an alternative which I tried. We don't have it here. Is a Mezzomix.
Yeah.
And Mezzomix is a Coca-Cola brand, but it's Coke and lemonade. I did not like that one. That was way too like tart and bitter for me. But I don't like lemonade in general. So,
Mm.
but
But
this
you
one,
also
this one
got
is
the-
orange
You also
drink.
got the zero one.
Yeah, and I have heard you guys tell me that the zero one sucks. So I've tried
Yeah.
this one, but I have not tried the zero one.
One of our video guys, like social Jeremy, he loves it.
Yeah, there's exactly one
zero
guy
one.
in this
Yeah.
building who
Okay.
likes the zero, and
Well, I will say I actually prefer zero drinks. So Coke Zero, Pepsi Zero.
me too, but not
yeah.
for the because of the taste, but because of the.
Do you have a sugar tax in the U.S. like the UK has?
Oh yeah. In California, actually,
Oh, yeah.
taxes above it.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Maybe that's
I don't know. Well, yeah. So okay. First question though. For you, do you like Spezi or Mezzomix better?
Oh, Spezi.
Okay. You.
Definitely.
yeah. Same.
Oh, okay.
Definitely.
Yeah. So.
This is actually like a beer brewery, like Paulana.
Yeah,
They're very
yeah.
famous, but they also do other stuff.
All right. Do you mind cracking open this zero?
You want to open the
version?
zero?
'Cause-
but
yeah.
I don't.
No, I can. No. I can be the
I
only
came
one to open the
prepared.
zero. Oh, you came prepared.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like a good
Germans
German.
always
Bottle
prepared.
opener on my
I've heard about
keychain.
this German efficiency. So you're ready.
A German efficiency would be opening it with anything on the
Okay.
table.
So you guys don't have to try the zero. You've already tried it.
No,
So.
I won't try the zero.
So okay, let me get here, because I have tried the non-zero,
It's
and
cold
I
at
actually
least?
did. They've been sitting here for an hour. We've been talking too much. And Ernesto is just waking up in Arizona. Hello, welcome. We're here in Germany.
Good morning.
Oh, that's not bad.
You put yourself a lot, like for trying the drinks.
Well, yeah, no, you have to give
If
it
you
a-
don't like
a
it,
good college
because-
try. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm not here to like just like a little sip kind of thing.
Yeah, Adam is the kind of guy, he tries everything. Like every time we are somewhere traveling together, you're not shy about
No,
trying
hey,
trying
That's an excellent
strange food.
mindset.
When in Rome, you have to
when
try
we're in
it.
Taiwan,
Yeah.
he like was taking the stinky tofu and he was just shoving it into his mouth. Like, yeah, give me more of that.
Well, I don't know about that. You're overselling it there. I will say, actually, Alex and I had a free day in Berlin before we came down to Munich, and we went to the Disgusting Food Museum. And upon entry, they give you a barf bag, and so it's like a art exhibit kind of thing where it's like all these disgusting foods from around the world on tables, and they've got little plaques that you can read about and stuff like that. And then some of the stations you could smell stuff. Some of the stuff like what's the fruit from Taiwan? Durian. Yeah. So they had durian. They had what does that say?
Just funny that it got like. Why is it important to mark if you're an adult or a child before puking in the eye? I don't.
You're right. So yeah, they had durian. You could smell that. One of my colleagues from Sweden tells me, stinky tofu and durian. Got nothing on this thing called surströmming. They did have that there, though. To be fair, it wasn't cracked from the can fresh, but they did have the fish in a jar, and I smelled it, and I was like, that's just stinky fish. I don't think it's worse than stinky tofu personally, but I need to try it literally cracked from a can. I get it. But yeah,
that's not how you open it. Like, how you're not supposed to open it in the air, but
I know you're supposed to open it underwater. Yeah, I know, but like, listen, I would be okay trying to open it in the air. Because why not? I mean, it can't kill me.
Good luck.
Could it kill me?
No.
So yeah, like
maybe you will need this, but
because I really feel like, listen, I've tried stinky tofu, I've tried durian, some of that stuff in that museum talked about pungency, but I feel like in the world, these are the three things. So, and I have not tried surströmming in its natural, purest form. So I want to give that one a try at some point in my life, but I have not yet. So we will see.
But you have to tell how your trip to the Disgusting Food Museum ended.
Yeah. So at the end, they had a couple attendants at a table, and they were like, "Hey, listen, we've got a bunch of foods you can try out, and if you try out all of them, you can put your name on the board." And so I was like,
and Adam was like, "Say no more."
I rolled up my sleeves. Actually, it was a short sleeve, but I rolled it up and said, "Okay, if you dare me to." So yeah, if you have a weak stomach, maybe tune out for a second. But I'm going to go through the list of things that they had and that I ate. So they started off with fried insects. Oh, you haven't heard this. Yeah, so they start off with fried insects, no flavoring. They start off with real small kind of worm.
Yeah.
I don't think they were maggots. Maybe, I can't remember. And then mealworms, which actually I feed to my spiders. So, I'm familiar with those. And then crickets, which I've actually had fried before, whatever. Grasshoppers, which were a little bigger. That one was the biggest one. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to feel this one. Because the other ones is like, kind of small and, just like, crunch, 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 whatever. But the cricket one was definitely like, place it in my mouth. Oh, okay, I feel that body.
Yeah. Especially when the legs, they get stuck in
luckily
in the
they were like, hey, by the way, if you want to peel off the wings, peel off the legs because it gets a little chewy. And I was like, okay, I'll take that. so no legs, no wings. And then next was silkworms. Which I actually kind of liked.
Ones, right?
Yeah, they were kind of bigger, not as big as the grasshoppers they had, but yeah, kind of bigger and rounder, and it kind of had a little bit of a nutty, like that big,
like that.
Wow.
Yeah. So and it was kind of a little nutty taste to it, like, and I was oh, that actually wasn't bad, especially if you added a little seasoning, like that would be cool. And then the next one was caterpillar, and that one was the worst of it because it was like burnt barbecue, Like, I love burnt ends for all you Texas barbecue fans. I love burnt ends, but this is not a good burnt end. It was, had a weird, bitter. Yeah, that was not great. But it was fine. I got through it. And then the next station was durian, which I've already tried, so I was like, yeah, whatever, easy. And then some sort of cheese that was like real stinky and moist, but is cheese, whatever. Then the next station was salted licorice. Two kinds of salted licorice. One was soft, one was hard. Which
in North Germany, that's like an everyday food item.
Nordics too. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
like
it's
actually,
Scandinavia.
it wasn't disgusting. It was just like, ooh, I love licorice. Oh God, that's real salty.
Mhm.
Like I wasn't grossed out, but I was definitely like, oh my God, I feel my heart rate going up. My doctor is gonna call anytime now. So I got through that. It was fine. The next one was drinks. There was 2 drinks. One was like a beetroot juice kind of thing that was like, okay, that wasn't bad. And then the next one was sauerkraut juice.
Oh yeah.
That's where, I was like, okay, and maybe because I'd already been through a bunch of stuff, but also room temperature sauerkraut juice, I was like, oh, wow, that was, I struggled with that one.
You can buy it in a supermarket.
Oh, I know, yeah,
I
and
mean,
that was not.
Every second day, that's my breakfast. Just keep the system clean.
It sounds like you're into it. Do you drink it regularly?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
But you're saying it's common.
Just on a dare.
Oh, on a dare, yeah. Well, so would you classify that as something for like older people? Or
It's something that nobody eats or that drinks.
Well, but they stock it at the grocery store, so
Do
somebody's
you know
gotta drink it.
anybody who actually drinks sauerkraut juice?
No, not really.
Okay.
Just as a joke at a
Okay.
party.
I'll find somebody.
I mean, if there's somebody, yes, that's probably older people. But
Okay.
yeah.
I'll ask around. And then the last thing, so last on the course, was Marmite and Vegemite, which I've had. I had Marmite before. I
That's
haven't.
not so bad, right?
No, I mean it's not great. I'm not like, ooh, I can't wait to get one. But I started a little bit of a controversy in our work Slack because I said I liked Vegemite more than Marmite, and all of our UK colleagues were like, that's it, we can't be friends anymore.
What's the difference?
One is from Australia and one from
Yes.
UK.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
What's the difference?
both of them. I mean, I would say the other tangible difference, it had a little bit of different of a taste, but the Vegemite was more like a honey, so it was kind of thinner, and the Marmite was a little thicker.
Okay.
I don't know if that's traditional or not, but yeah.
Oh.
So yeah. So that was my course. I will say, yeah. Afterward, I had the weird flavors in my mouth, and my stomach was a little. I was like, Alex, do you mind? Let's grab some lunch. I need a beer and something to kind of settle my stomach, which we did. And then the next day my stomach was not happy, but I'm okay. I made it.
The selection doesn't sound like super bad.
No, it was like, but I think.
I mean, talk for yourself, man. I wouldn't want to eat that.
Yeah, I think it was like, it was bad enough that like some people were like, ooh, I wouldn't eat bugs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, kind of thing. But it's also like, I mean, none of these things are gonna kill you. Like, you know, yeah.
One of the museum was that these were common foods. In that place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Also had Pop-Tarts.
Yeah. So Alex is saying they had Pop-Tarts and Twinkies and stuff. So, or they had root beer too. They were like on the sign, they were like, oh yeah, a lot of people think root beer tastes like something bad. I don't remember. And I was like, really? Oh, I love root beer. So, I think it's one of those things of like, oh, hey, you might not like it, but everybody eats Marmite in the UK. So I don't know.
It's like Dr. Pepper for me. That would be on my disgusting
Oh,
food list,
yeah.
but
Yeah,
people
there
love
you
it,
go.
right?
Yeah. So, I mean, I think it was overall tame. To tell you the truth, I was expecting something a little more adventurous, like live maggots or something like that,
I think
but also,
I think it's
it's
a legal thing.
Probably. And they did have a board on the wall saying how many days since somebody threw up, which was 1 day. I guess supposedly somebody threw up. And what did they throw up on?
I think it was the licorice.
Oh, the licorice.
What?
Yeah. They threw up on the licorice.
Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
it must
I
have been
hate it,
tourist.
but I don't think I would.
I would
vomit
thought
from
that like the weird Swedish fish. If they open, you said they open the can every day.
Oh yeah. Not
Ström-
Swedish fish, but surströmming.
Yeah. Is it what is Norwegian?
No, I think it's
Swedish?
Swedish.
It's Swedish,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, no, I'm saying Swedish fish is a candy in the U.S.
Ah,
Yeah.
really?
The Swedish fish is good little
Oh,
candies.
okay.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, I hope the food I bought won't be that kind of experience for you.
Hey, you know what? I'm here for it. If you want to make me vomit live on television, I still
You
have
got
my
your
barf
spit
bag.
bag,
Like,
so
how much
that's fine.
chocolate can you stomach?
Oh well,
That's the thing. I'm expecting you to eat everything. So
all of this.
all
Okay,
of this,
okay.
yeah.
So yeah, now walk us
What
through
should we start with?
the stuff here. And while you're doing that, I'm gonna pour myself some rhubarb juice.
Pour yourself some
because
rhubarb juice.
that's the only one I
Actually,
haven't
that's
tried.
Actually, something I don't like so much, to be honest.
So what do we
Also the cake, like rhubarb cake, is also very popular here. But
Oh
Yeah.
do you like? Yeah, you like it,
My
right?
my mom
Yeah.
used to make
Yeah.
rhubarb pie.
Yeah. Okay, let's just start with the knoppers, maybe. I mean, it's not the right time, but Because
Wait,
there's
wait, what is the right time for a klopper?
yeah, what's the
Morgens,
time?
morgens 9:30 in
Yes.
Deutschland.
So 9:30.
9:30.
Okay.
That's when.
That seems very specific.
Yeah, it's part of the marketing
Yeah.
of that thing.
Oh, okay.
It's like
Why don't you tell
you're
tell me
supposed to
about it?
eat this at 9:30. It's like a snack for school children, I guess, with way too much sugar.
Okay.
Um,
Looks like it's hazelnut.
yeah, I guess they're kind of similar, but this has like hazelnut cream, some hazelnut chunks, and then
Like a cracker.
there's like a milk cream layer in there.
Oh, I thought for a second there I thought that was like marshmallow.
no,
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 okay.
we don't do marshmallow.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I'm not a huge marshmallow fan, so.
I mean, yeah,
oh.
it's kind of similar to Hanuta, but you have like this milk layer in there, and I don't know.
Wait,
just
so
like-
are you saying this is more marketed towards kids?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah, I mean,
originally
Hanuta too as well.
In the 90s at least.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm a kid of the '90s, so you know.
And what's interesting about this is like the company that makes this is Stork. It's on top right corner.
Stork?
But it's hardly known for like the company name is not very known.
Mm-hmm.
It's their products like Toffifee. It's also from them, and then there's like a bunch of other sweets. Which
Oh,
are
this
all
is great.
great.
You want to try one? It's like those like vanilla wafer kind of cracker
Yep.
things. But yeah, I mean I definitely taste the hazelnut, but especially that thin layer of what did you say the white stuff was?
Like
Not marshmallow.
Cream.
Like a cream. Yeah.
thing.
Makes it
Milk
real creamy.
with
yeah,
sugar,
yeah.
yeah.
something. Yeah, probably mostly sugar.
Mm-hmm. That's my jam. I might have to bring some of those home.
They're not bad, huh?
Mm-hmm. From Stork. Is there a jingle that you guys know? Is there like a jingle that's attached to this?
Oh, is there one?
No, it's just the
Just,
Morgens 10 in Deutschland.
Yes.
Like,
But always starts the advertisement always starts with like, in the morning 9:30 in Germany, and then you
Yeah.
see somebody eating this.
Yeah. So it's got Milch, which is milk,
Mm-hmm.
Haselnuss, so hazelnut, and then Schneid. What's Schneid? The third one here.
Schnitte.
Schnitte,
Schnitte is just the name for this kind of
like cracker
how would you say
wafer
this?
kind of thing.
yeah.
a layered piece of food.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't
Well,
worry about
a
it.
friend of the show, Al Bundy, says it's for school kids to get hooked on sugar early.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's very
what
true.
do you think, Alex?
Alex approves.
Alex approves.
approves.
Big thumbs up
Very
from
good.
Alex.
Very
All right, what
good.
do we got next?
I got a lot. I have to mix it up a little bit because I have a lot of waffle stuff actually. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go with some. Let's go with some chocolate here.
Okay, yeah, Ritter.
So-
yeah, I know Ritter.
You know this?
Yeah, they have this in the U.S.
Ah, okay. Well, then this is not so exciting.
Well, but
for you.
I don't know what flavors though.
Oh, look at that.
Ooh,
That's
wow,
some good
yeah, it's
engineering
like,
here.
yeah, that's some German engineering. So
So
you
let's see if there's
slide
maybe
out the package and it's in like an angled tray.
Oh,
What is red?
Marzipan.
Oh,
know
nice.
marzipan?
Yeah.
You
yeah.
like it?
Yeah, I love
Huh.
marzipan. Yeah.
okay. Well, then you can have this one.
I don't know what you guys like it.
No.
Oh, really?
No.
Wow. I mean, you like marzipan? Yeah. So, I mean, it's a traditional like Mexican kind of flavor. Why don't you like it?
Is it? That's a Mexican kind of flavor?
Yeah. Right.
I don't. I just don't.
Okay.
Don't like
yeah, I like
What
marzipan.
what about?
But I have never had a Ritter marzipan. for
You
sure.
could have nougat. You could have flakes,
yeah.
like crispy flakes.
Yogurt.
Knusper flakes.
It's just like
Chocolate with
cornflakes.
Alex is
oh,
Alex
was
is
it
into
milk-
it. He,
milk chocolate with cornflakes.
yeah, okay,
You
he
want one?
wants it.
Yeah.
You don't have to eat the whole thing. You can just take a
Hazelnut.
bite.
I'll keep it for later.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so I'm
There
gonna
will
try the
be-
marzipan.
There will be a lot of stuff for later. I think
Yeah.
that's,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's not a problem. Okay, let's mix it up.
Oh,
Mm.
This isn't marzipan. Yeah.
This is what
I
we
don't-
call marzipan.
This is. I think this tastes more like coconut.
Really?
to me, have you ever had like a
I'm choking on
Sorry.
An almond joy.
Yeah, I mean it's made out of almonds, right?
Yeah.
Marzipan.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
this. So shredded coconut is
Huh.
what's in this.
Topped with whole almonds and covered in
So
chocolate.
to me,
Yeah, but-
this tastes like
but I mean,
shredded
marzipan
coconut.
is made out of almonds, so maybe. Yeah. But you don't like it.
No, I like it. Yeah,
You
yeah.
like-
No,
oh,
no.
you
I'm
do
saying
like it.
it's
Okay.
not what I expected.
Okay.
I do like this actually, because it tastes like an almond joy.
I only bought sweet stuff, huh? Not a lot of salty
Well-
stuff. Yeah, just the chips.
Chips.
Okay.
Well, actually, here real quick, let me swish down this marzipan chocolate with rhubarb juice. So you guys don't like this?
It's a rhubarb
He loves it.
spritzer, I think.
Oh, so
it comes pre-mixed.
comes
oh, so
pre-mixed.
it's not juice.
Yeah,
okay.
that's shoreless. Like
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Here we go. Yep, don't like it. No,
it's
that's,
from Barbara's Rhabarber Bar.
I mean, I don't hate it, but that is a weird taste.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
That's how I
Do you-
think
do you
about
wanna
it.
try this?
I don't hate it, but it's not
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
great. It's not great.
Yeah. I not trying to waste anything here, but I'm definitely not gonna
Oh,
drink.
yeah.
Oh, what?
Do we need plates?
Yeah,
Uh,
maybe
we got
plates
plates.
would be good.
That looks like a big triangle of chocolate.
What do you think what this is?
It looks like chocolate.
Describe it for the audio.
Yeah, so it's a triangle. It's dark, like dark chocolate. It's got more of a glaze on the sides, and then the top looks kind of crispy, but it kind of looks like it has like a sugary burnt. Like what's that? Yeah, like a caramelized layer on top is
But what would you say is the main ingredient of this?
chocolate. Sugar, yes.
Sugar, yeah, that's probably
sugar,
right.
milk.
But so there's not chocolate in there.
Oh, that's not chocolate in there. So it's
I will
so it's hiding
cut off a
something
piece
for
and
us.
then
Well,
you
that
can
looks like chocolate.
look inside.
I mean, that looks like chocolate, but also that layer that looks like the marzipan stuff.
It's not marzipan.
Oh, okay.
Where's the third? Yeah, there's your plate.
Oh, I get the whole thing. No, I'm just kidding.
just try it.
All right, I'll try this corner. So I mean, it feels like a cake, like a real dense cake. Oh, that's good. Oh,
That's good, huh?
So the chocolate around the outside reminds me of that thin chocolate layer that's on like Swiss rolls. Oh, that's good. Alex, you want some of this?
Oh, you should try, Alex.
And it's
But
not
you have to come to the frame.
it's not as sweet as I expected. So all right. So what's in it then?
This is what we call in German. It's called a Nussecke. So that's
Nussecke.
It's nuts. In all kind of way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mostly
I taste the
nuts
nuts now.
and dough,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
It's nuts though, but
So
like,
nuts. So it's good for you. Yeah, it's good for you.
it's good, huh?
Yeah, it tastes healthy.
Yeah,
It's definitely
it
not.
tastes
But
very healthy. Yeah. Oh, that is good. Wait. So are you supposed to eat this at like 10:45?
You eat it like with coffee in the early afternoon, maybe.
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's a coffee thing.
It's like when
When you go to grandma.
invites the whole family for coffee. That's what you
Yeah.
get.
And grandma would make this.
Yeah.
Depends on your grandma.
Oh, okay. I
Mine
would
wouldn't.
like to have that grandma. It's totally. That is good. I dig it.
But it's like these things. This is like probably around like 6 trillion calories.
Oh, I'm
because
sure.
the nuts, obviously, because all
Mhm.
nuts and sugar
It is
and
heavy.
a little bit of dough, it's super heavy. So if you eat one of these, you basically got your whole energy for the whole day.
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything you eat on top of that is like
Bonus.
a surplus.
Real popular in America.
So friend of the show, Al Bundy says it translates specifically to nut corner,
Nut
Yeah.
corner.
which
yeah.
is I love that name.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I get 2 nut corners? Yeah. Actually, you know what? Make it 4 so that I can make a nut square. It's typical German. You can get it in a bakery. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, I wonder.
There's a German viewer here.
Yeah.
El Bandi.
Yeah. So
Grüß dich.
yeah. So what else we got? What else is in this bag? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, but that's,
Yeah.
that's what I...
Oh, you're saving it for the
yeah,
last?
let's
Okay.
go with
All right.
something salty in between.
Okay, salty. Yeah.
So-
you got a bag of chips here.
I know that in the US,
Mm-hmm.
chips with paprika flavor
Oh, that's paprika.
is not so popular.
No.
It's smoked paprika.
Ooh.
It's smoked paprika
I'm
flavor
excited for that.
And paprika flavored chips are like the standard chips in Germany. They're
Yeah,
very
like
popular.
most popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm excited. And I got to tell you, one of my favorite food memories of my whole life is there was a place. I'll show you where the city was because it was kind of south of Würzburg. But at least my family called it the Chicken Man, and you would walk in and pretty much all that was on the menu was chicken and pommes frites, and it was all paprika. Like it was just like you'd walk in and just like whoa, paprika, everything, and then beer, of course. But I didn't have it because I was young. So yeah, that was like, you know, if you have those like vivid memories where you're a kid and you're just like, yeah, that's like one of my distinct food memories that I'll always remember, and it was like my favorite place ever.
Interesting.
So
yeah,
maybe you will get like a déjà vu or a little flashback. No,
maybe. I mean, yeah, it's paprika. Oh, that's good.
good, huh?
Yeah. I thought it was going to be a little stronger, to tell you the truth.
We're not so
In
like
your face, yeah.
in your face with the taste.
But that is good, yeah. Wow, and so this is like a traditional, like a lot of people eat these.
Yeah, that's like what's Lay's? What is it called? No, not Lay's.
Lay's, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the Lay's in the US.
The brand is Funny Frisch.
It's a traditional German company.
Okay.
I think they produce all kinds of
Alex,
snacks. Right?
you got to try this one.
Very good.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
I'll take
That is really good.
I love these.
Alex always trying to stay out of frame there. Don't be shy.
Al Bundy says Germany #1 chip flavor is paprika for some reason.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, I like it.
What do you think, Al Bundy?
Oh,
for a good reason, or do you disagree?
We gotta have paprika in the U.S. Like I feel like there's gotta, because there's a lot of chips in the U.S. There's gotta be like paprika.
What's the most popular flavor? Is it just
Probably Flaming Hot Doritos, if I had to guess, or
Oh, but
Takis.
these are so good.
Like Takis is definitely like a big deal in California at least.
Yeah.
Oh,
If
yeah.
you want to buy Takis here,
Mm-hmm.
you get them almost nowhere, but they are at my local gas station. You can get them,
Oh, okay.
and they are like $5.
Yeah, it's
And
like
what
a
is
tiny bag
ridiculous
of
for
five.
German prices.
I mean,
like
listen,
$5
I
for-
saw Corona and I was just like, I ain't paying that price for a Corona. Yeah.
You
I
also
think
don't
this-
get a Corona when you're in Bavaria.
how much was this bag? Like two
Two
euro,
2.19 or
2.5,
something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
2 euros.
That's the problem. Yeah. That is good. Yeah.
That's good, huh?
I might have to get one
So
to take home.
So which one was your favorite so far?
If I had to guess, probably this thing.
The Knoppers.
Knoppers. Yeah.
Okay, then let's compare it with the Hanuta. You know Hanuta? Probably.
No.
No?
No?
It looks kind of similar though, right?
Yeah, I thought it's a thing in the US too, to be honest.
Have you heard of this? Hanuta? Is
So
that the
this
brand or is that the snack?
That's the snack.
Oh,
The-
okay. Or is it
Yeah,
both?
the brand is Ferrero. No, is it? No. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is actually not German. I thought
They
it's
might
German.
they might have invented this for the German market.
I think this is
Wait, so I came to Germany only to be fed non-German food?
You get fed the food
this
we
is,
like
this
to
is
eat.
insanely
We like
popular
to
in
eat.
Germany.
We're-
Yeah.
And
we're
it's they're kind of similar, but this one is just hazelnut.
Yes. This
Yeah.
is without the
and
milk
chocolate
and,
cream
and,
between two wafers.
and the wafers are a little bit
Thick?
harder,
Harder?
I would say.
So, just some people like? Is this a fight? Like some people like the Knoppers better than the Hanuta? or-
I don't know actually.
Yeah.
People are fighting about this.
I mean, they fight about a lot
Could
of things
be,
around
could
here.
be.
Like I told somebody I had the.
I mean,
The-
obviously, this one is better because it's got more layers.
Yeah. I actually really think that I like Knoppers more than Hanuta.
Here we go.
This is how it looks. For the people not watching the video, it's chocolate between two wafers.
You know, it's actually I feel like it's a little more emphasis on the chocolate. I feel like it's maybe a darker kind of.
It feels
Mixed to it. It does-
sweeter. It feels more unhealthy than this.
somehow you're right.
Well,
I
it's
don't-
made
I don't
by
know how, but-
Ferrero.
Yeah, no, I prefer the Knopper though. Like this is good. This is good, but yeah, I prefer having that little milk.
And this
strip
is
in there.
the name is an abbreviation for
Yeah.
Haselnusstafel.
Oh,
like
okay.
hazelnut.
Hanuta.
Oh, that's smart.
Tafel.
Yeah.
Schle-
Schnitte, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
Is that alliteration? Is that how? Is that the word? No.
No.
Yeah. Okay. I like it.
Alex, you want a Hanuta?
Yeah. Now we got to get Alex's opinion. Yeah.
I feel like Alex is a sweet tooth.
There's an optional extra step. You can lift off one half, like one wafer.
Oh, kind of like Oreos.
Yeah.
Oreo.
Mm-hmm.
Alex, do it. He's trying it.
It's a
Ooh,
bit
that's hard.
harder. Yeah.
Yeah.
Half.
Yeah.
He got half of a half. Yeah.
I also never heard somebody doing that with panuta.
Really?
Yeah.
That might
Oh,
just be me then.
I have a fun fact about
Please.
splitting food into.
That's good.
Did you hear about the best way to eat a Big Mac?
Is to just not get one.
You're not a Big Mac fan, huh?
No, that's Gordon. Gordon loves McDonald's.
Yeah, you guys have more choice when it comes to fast food chains in the US. But here, McDonald's is pretty big still, and so a Big Mac comes with it's bun,
Mm-hmm.
it's meat and a bit salad,
Supposedly
cheese,
something.
another bun, meat and bun.
And
So what
a
you do is
special
you
sauce in
order-
there, yeah.
You order an extra cheese, so you got cheese on both sides of the middle bun,
Okay.
and then you first eat like top to middle bun as one burger.
Okay.
And then you eat the bottom without the bun, so only the meat and the
Like
the
an
rest
open
on
face
top.
sandwich.
Yeah, and the first one is like a small burger, tastes very good.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second one, because it had less bread, it's just the meat, cheese, and one bread.
Mm-hmm.
It's way more. It has a better texture and it just tastes way better. It's like a treat, you know. You get the normal burger and then you get a very good burger.
Is that
And,
like a
we're-
TikTok trend?
No. If this
McDonald's
will come,
and
if
very
this
good
will come up
burger
on
is
TikTok
not.
now, if people try this now and say it's great and they try, I said it here first.
I
You
think
heard- you heard it
get it
the
from
best
TikTok.
thing about McDonald's is consistency. Like
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
when you travel,
Yeah, yeah.
when you go to
Mhm.
McDonald's, you know what you get,
Mm-hmm.
except like some special stuff.
But listen, when you, Chris, when you came out to the U.S., I
Mhm.
took you to In-N-Out.
Yeah.
Did you like In-N-Out?
It was the best fast, like when it comes to real fast food, like
Mm-hmm.
the below $10, just in 5 minutes on the hand, fast food. It was the best burger.
Did you do the secret menu?
No.
They
Oh.
told
Thing?
me about it. They told me about it. I didn't do it. I just got the normal burger.
Yeah, the double
but-
double.
Yeah, the double, but it was great. Like the bread, the meat, everything was very good.
Very good.
And
And also,
yeah.
I mean, it's not as widespread, but it is also consistently good too. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, they definitely take pride in like, hey, you know what? We're not a huge chain, and it's very much they care more about how far is it from the distribution centers, so how fresh is
Mhm.
the ingredients. You know,
between In-N-Out and Five Guys, which one do you think is better?
I'm an In-N-Out guy. Yeah, no, I would prefer In-N-Out burgers.
From
over
what I've
Five
heard,
Guys.
Five
Generally,
Guys
are
is
they-
also declining in quality. I heard that for quite some time now.
but
It
but
used
I
to be
like
better than it is.
I like Five Guys burgers. I'm sorry, fries better than than In-N-Out.
Oh, yeah.
The In-N-Out fries I cannot.
They
defend
weren't
those.
that good.
Yeah, I don't like those. So, yeah. Oh yeah. What we got here? We got
so much
Mana
food.
Mana
Yes, so
vein.
this is actually Austrian. I didn't think about this when I bought it, but I mean Austrian, German.
I want my money back. I came all the way to Germany.
kind of the same.
No, this is a good choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love these.
Okay.
They are just very tasty, so I thought I have to bring it.
Oh yeah, and it's got the same kind of thin wafer.
Yeah,
But wait, these are hazelnuts.
Yeah.
Is this kind of the same thing?
I think this is mostly hazelnut and less chocolate. I don't know if they
Oh,
have
okay.
any chocolate in them actually.
Well, it says fair trade cocoa.
Oh yeah,
So-
there is a little bit of cocoa
Yeah.
in there.
All right, I'm gonna put my mic down for a second. Whoa, we got Dennis in the chat saying Shake Shack is better than In-N-Out. So the PC
Never-
vote.
never
been
to
that's
Shake
Dennis.
Shack.
Our colleague.
I have been to Shake Shack. I would still prefer In-N-Out personally. For the burger, the fries better at Shake Shack. The shake better at Shake
Can I
Shack.
get the
Yeah, yeah.
whole? Can I
It's
get
in
this
the
whole
name.
thing?
Maybe give Alex one.
Oh,
You know, it
Yeah.
smells a little different than the others.
it's just a mess opening the pack because
Just
it's
press it
there's a
from the bottom.
crumble. What?
Huh?
Oh yeah, that works.
Trust me, I'm an engineer.
Kind of the same.
That is-
More
that is,
layers, thinner.
That tastes.
Well done.
That tastes definitely different. Yeah. It's funny that these three things are very similar, but they taste way different. I still
I think
prefer
the wafers are softer.
yeah. I still prefer the Konepa.
And the people are agreeing with us when it comes to in and out with good burgers, bad fries. Bad fries.
It's kind of the thing. I don't know.
It's known.
My wife Lindsay loves the fries, but
Really?
so I know some people who.
I know
do like
it's
it,
the
but
same thing with. I know people who love Burger King fries, although they are the worst.
Burger King
But
fries
they
are my
so-
favorite fries.
They are so full of fat, like they are soaking in fat. And
Isn't that the
some people,
idea?
and that's the thing. Some people love it, some people hate it.
Real quick, friend of the show Lee's channel saying, we know we're talking about this about IFA, but can you talk about the PS5 PS5 Professional? It's the professional PS5.
Is it really called the PS5 Professional? No.
I don't think so.
Well, hey, Pro is short
good
for
term,
professional.
yeah,
So so PS5 Professional coming in at $700, higher than most people
I
anticipated.
think it's €800 here, right?
No, it's
Yeah, it's 799.99, I think,
Hmm.
according to PCWorld.de.
It's
they
almost
are always right.
yeah, it's almost like console players are having to feel the effects of inflation as well. So not only are our GPUs more expensive, so are the consoles. So
I didn't really follow the release, like the presentation, but what are you getting? Probably like better graphics, and then
So the thing
more
is,
stable 60 FPS at 4K.
at least the reactions I saw on the internet when I quickly read it was like people were like, "Oh, like yeah, sure, it looks a little better."
I mean, what they wanted to do, and I think that's the main focus is right now with a lot of the newer games. You always have the choice between like having a 60 FPS mode, but with a little bit worse graphics, and then you had like the ray tracing 30 FPS mode. And I think the main thing about the PS5 Pro is to like that you don't have to make that choice, but you just get like 60 FPS and good graphic with the ray tracing. But I gotta say the price tag is a hefty one.
Somebody in chat does point out that the price that you just stated for euros includes tax. So
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
US,
In-
700 does not include tax.
Yeah,
So
and that's
some
that's
people
the
on
weird
the US
thing
side
you
don't
do
realize
with
that.
prices.
Well, it's because every state has a different tax.
Yeah.
So imagine if.
But they could like include the tax in the price, right? Like why?
Well, yeah, but then everyone would go to Bavaria to buy it instead of Berlin. Like that. Yeah, like.
I mean, we can order in France, no problem, and it
Yeah.
might be a little bit cheaper.
Oh yeah, whatever. I don't know. Listen, hey, I think Sony is excited to charge you more for a console, so I guess they're gonna win. Good on them. Also, listen, if you've got $700 to burn and you want to get a PlayStation 5 Professional, I got no beef.
The
like,
question is,
whatever.
like-
Would you buy a PS5 Pro?
If
you already had a PS5.
That's the question.
Yeah.
That is the question.
Well, I
would
mean,
would you
But I
upgrade?
think the
If you-
target group for Sony, the people who buy a PS5 Pro, they would buy it under any circumstances. I think it's
I don't think it's enough of an upgrade for people who are budget conscious.
yeah.
But I know plenty of people who would be like, I've got the money.
But
Whatever,
it was the same
you
with
know.
the PS4 Pro.
Well,
the actual
That was a
effects you
big
had-
jump. That was a pretty big jump. Yeah. That
You
was a
think
pretty
so?
big jump. Yeah. Like that one I feel like sure it was like
it was not
like a
even
bump.
supported by other games.
Yeah.
Like they had to actually support the PS4 Pro.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see with the launch and the testing. Of
Mm.
course, I'll be watching Digital Foundry for all their analysis kind of stuff. But I feel like the bump between a PS4 Pro or a PS4 and a PS4 Pro was bigger than the bump between a PS5 and a PS5 Pro.
I think Digital
personally.
Foundry did a live stream last night about
okay.
the PS5 release.
Yeah.
It was like a 1 hour video, so this morning.
okay.
on
But let's see
YouTube.
about that because I would actually disagree. I think the actual like the percentage of performance growth
Mhm.
would be. I think it would be higher with the PS5 and PS5 Pro than the. But let's see what.
Yeah. I am no professional when it comes to consoles, so.
But otherwise, it kind of looks the same, right? They have like this vertical stripe on it,
Like a
and
racing
that's-
stripe
that's
kind of
ab-
thing.
That's about it.
Yeah.
It's fine. I don't like the design language of this generation for Sony, so
No.
it's not
No.
it's not any better for me.
No. The Xbox
Uh,
actually looks.
I like
it looks
the
kind of
Xbox.
cool. Yeah.
It-
But
yeah,
it's monolithic,
Like, it's like
yeah.
it's
But it fits
simple.
in every apartment. Like you can put it next to a TV, and it always looks very simple, but
Yeah.
like chic.
Yeah, but the PS5, I kind of get what they were going for, but for the design to work, you need like a separate like column for it, to like a case around it, like. And
Like,
spotlights
you
on
have to present
it.
it.
Yeah. It's like a very presentable console.
Yeah, good point. Because the way I have it in my entertainment center is laying flat because I don't want it out. And yeah, it looks stupid flat.
I can't even lay it down flat because it's like twice as loud when I put it down flat as it is when I put it horizontally. Yeah.
Well, here, I got the solution for you. Just don't use it.
Yeah, that's what I did lately.
Yeah. So we got some Lindt chocolate here.
Yeah,
but
again,
it's
not German actually.
It's just milk chocolate.
But there's
It's the flavor.
there's a Lindt factory not far from here, so maybe it's coming from.
And Lindor, I think it's like a very special. I think it should be very like creamy, right?
Creamy. I think it's nougat
that
inside.
is creamy.
It's
Ooh,
good,
boy.
huh?
Oh,
That's my favorite one.
it just melted
Lindt.
right in my mouth.
very good.
We get the
in,
sugar rush.
long time.
Where Alex, you're gonna have to deal with me later.
Yeah, we're getting diabetes.
Yeah.
I maybe overdid it a little bit.
Nah, no, that's fine.
Have some chips.
Yeah, the
have some
chips will
salt
balance it
as well.
out. Salty, fatty chips.
Let's look in the good box here.
Also, Magical Flying Fox, friend of the show, makes a good point. The fact that they're still making professional buyers all then go out and buy a separate disc attachment is like, okay, so if you want if you want the full experience, you got to pony up. At least in the US, it's $80 more for the disc drive.
And I think you have to dish out extra for the stand.
Yep. So all in, you could be like 900.
They don't make they only make a version without disc drive, but they sell a separate.
The drive is separate. Yeah.
But they don't have a version with and without. It's a separate.
For the professional, it's driveless. That's the only one they sell. But if you want to buy a drive, you stick it to the.
So
do they do it like proprietary, or would any USB
That's a good question.
Blu-ray drive work?
Because actually,
will there be like
stupid? I got a PS5
chip packing stuff.
If I were, from what I remember, I'm not a console professional here, but from what I remember, it is proprietary. Yeah.
So
I think it's proprietary the other way around too. People haven't been able to hack a PS5 drive to plug into a PC.
I remember. I think they're locking it to the mainboard serial number or something like that.
So it's having a problem that if people are trying to sell it after the fact, that you have to like go through some weird process to decouple it from your PlayStation to sell it to somebody else. Whatever.
But that's actually stupid because it makes. I have a PS5 with the disc drive, and so if I want a PS5 Pro with the disc drive, I not only have to pay the $700-800 for the PS5, but I also have to invest another €80 for the stupid disc drive.
Well, I don't know what the euros is, but it's 80 US.
That's probably
probably
90 or 100.
Yeah. Okay, because I have PS5 games on disc because I own a PS5 with the disc drive, so that's super annoying.
Yeah. Well. Hey, listen. Maybe you're just not a professional.
Maybe I'm not a professional.
Maybe the professional PlayStation life is not for you.
Okay.
So what do we have here? We've got two separate things, and
Yeah.
Speaking of sugar, oh boy, this looks like sugar.
So we got the
in its
raspberry
natural form,
raspberry.
like a raspberry gelatin.
Yes, this is very good.
On top of a lemon. Is that lemon
It's
underneath?
like
Oh, no.
No, I think
It's
it's a
just-
regular biscuit
Yeah.
Just like
thing.
cake. Okay.
Yeah, cake layer.
And this is what we call a Streuselkuchen. It's apple pie with like this. How would you call this?
Like crumble.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
crumble. Yeah.
What do you want to start with?
It's-
Wait,
I
didn't
guess
we?
it's an apple crumble.
Did we not have
thing?
this at?
No, we had Kaiserschmarrn. That's more like a pancake.
Oh, pancake.
Cake.
Okay, so this is more like a.
This is more like a cake thing.
Okay. Let's start with raspberry actually, because I feel like that's going to be the gut bomb.
What's your opinion on raspberry versus strawberry? No
It
opinion
depends
on
on the
that?
mood. That is a big slice.
I can half it.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah. I think if I were presented with a choice, I usually would pick strawberry, but I've got no beef against raspberries. Would you like some raspberry?
You can have mine.
Okay. Oh no, I don't want yours. Yeah, watch out. I don't know how well padded these walls are, but I'm going to be bouncing off them in short order. Gonna have to talk with my doctor when I get home. seek a medical professional after coming to the PCWorld office. Ooh, yeah. That's sugary. Is that Jell-O?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm not a big Jell-O fan.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean it's not bad. I don't hate it. It's sugar. But yeah, I would not pick this again.
No?
No.
Oh, I know.
Wow. Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I love it.
Wait, is this like some sort of cream in between, or is that just kind of like
no, just from the...
it's just kind of wet?
No, it is.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, like a little creamy layer in between.
Oh, I could eat this all day.
Yeah, well, you can have mine. You can have mine and Alex. Dunka. Yeah. This one seems to be more up my alley.
More up your alley, yeah.
Yeah.
You
I like a good crumble. Actually, of donut varieties, like a crumble, like a cinnamon crumble donut is usually my go-to. That's what I like. Sorry everyone for the extended, food segment here, but I put it at the end intentionally because I knew some people would tune out. So, ooh yeah, I like apple.
It could be a little bit dry. It always depends on the quality of the bakery, and actually, it was not the best bakery.
Yeah, I could see how it could be better quality, but this I much more prefer over the raspberry one.
Interesting.
Do you know what kind of apples are they? Gala apples or like green? Is it green or red or the kind of apples? No.
Apple.
The round ones.
Just
Apfel?
regular apple.
Okay. That is good though. I like it. Not too sweet. Yeah. Okay. Apple. I'm sorry. Cake or pie? Are you cake or a pie guy? If you could only have one for the rest of your life, right now, cake or pie?
I think we need to back up
What's
and
the fucking
define
The definition.
What? Because like in Germany, this thing, the apple thing is called Kuchen,
Okay.
and the one with like layers of cream and color and everything, that's Torte.
Oh,
and
interesting.
I don't think we have like pie in the American sense.
I'm trying to picture what actually you define as a pie, because when I eat pie, it was mostly in UK, and then it was like shepherd's pie, and that's definitely
that's
not sweet.
different. That's
pie.
different.
Yeah, I'm talking about like a pie. I literally just Googled pie.
I mean, this looks like it.
Yeah, so they've got
The layout you see in Apfelkuchen.
Yeah, I literally
Yeah?
just Googled pie and
But I
showing us a blueberry
that's-
pie.
that's-
the American version of
Kuchen.
it.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
yeah. So I mean, even a chocolate pie. So there's apple pie in a couple different pumpkin pie. That's my personal
But this
favorite.
is
I love
just
pumpkin
Kuchen.
pie.
It's
Okay.
just Kuchen.
Peanut butter pie. Yeah, I'll take that. Strawberry, rhubarb maybe. I don't know. But ooh, there's pecan pie. I like pecan pie. Lemon chess pie. This is more like different part of America.
That looks like
Yeah.
Kuchen.
Okay, so then so would you rather take this or cake kind of stuff if you could only pick one for the rest of your life?
Cake. I'll go with cake.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still not sure about the difference.
Cake
I
is
mean, it's Kuchen or Torte.
Torte.
quasi.
Yeah.
I'll say
Okay,
pies
okay.
traditionally are circular.
So-
Cakes are usually square or rectangular.
But wait, are cakes with like
I'm just gonna Google cake.
yeah, could-
So, yeah.
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 Oh, crap,
Yeah,
you're
just
right.
like a
Okay,
torte.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
like
okay,
a
okay,
torte.
okay. You're right. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I stand corrected. Cakes can be very circular. Growing up, I mostly had square and rectangular.
but it's like
cakes.
heavily layered with
Yeah. Okay, so if you could choose between these two by the Google
cake.
definition,
cake 100%.
Okay.
Cake and diabetes.
well, you're gonna get diabetes either way. That's not an option. What do you think? Cake or pie?
I actually wouldn't.
You
I'm not
abstain.
eating any of it a lot, so it's not. I'm not a sweet guy.
Oh wow, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, then I take the cake. Then I take the
Physical
cake.
health here. He's like, no, I don't eat
Mhm.
sweets. Yeah. It's pie for me all the way.
Mm.
This is a classic debate in the U.S.
Is
cake
it?
versus pie. Yeah, and I am pie all the way. Yeah, cake is good, but yeah, I feel like the variation of cake quality is way wider than pie. Like I feel like pie is usually just pretty
So
good.
when you get pie, it's always at least good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And cake, it can
Range
suck.
from like real bad to
Yeah.
real good. Where pie, like I'm trying to think of
Yeah.
the worst pie I've ever had. Like I feel like it's really hard to mess up pie, unless like yeah, exactly. Maybe the apples are too tart, and then I wouldn't like it. Or sometimes my mom would make rhubarb pie, but she would not cook the rhubarb enough, so it was like very bitter, and I'd be like, oh. So yeah, I guess you can mess it up, but I think generally, if you if you do it right.
I love it that the chat is now engaging in the whole pie and cake
Please, yeah.
discussion.
Also, Magical Flying Fox, is cheesecake a cake or a pie? I would call it a cake.
I mean, if cheesecake
I mean, it's
is a
literally
cake
the
or a
name.
pie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you guys actually make the best cheesecake, I gotta say. There's a German way of making cheesecake. It's a
Really?
little bit different than I prefer, like New York style cheesecake. That's my favorite one.
So if I just search German cheesecake,
Yeah,
is
you will
that,
see it.
cheesecake?
Maybe you have some part of the US too.
Oh,
It's-
yeah,
it's more like
yeah,
it looks a
yeah.
little bit burnt
Oh,
on the
yeah, yeah,
outside.
yeah.
Yeah, it's I think it's not so great.
No,
I
no,
like
no. Oh, look,
the darker.
here we go.
corners.
We have a
Yeah.
handy style. So you got
Yeah.
U.S.,
Yeah.
Japan, German, and Poland.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But New York style all day.
Oh yeah,
All
100%. The Japanese one looks very fluffy,
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
squishy, and the Poland one, I mean, I have no idea. It kind of looks more closer to the German one.
Yeah, I think they just probably use a different
Yeah,
kind of
nah.
cream or something.
U.S. all the way.
Yeah.
Light, creamy, various flavors.
No.
Yeah.
I gotta give it to you guys.
Give it
Cheesecake.
to New York specifically. Yeah. So
What is my fork?
hey, you know what? Tim Laus, the friend of the show, Tim Laus says cheesecake is a pie.
Cheesecake is a
He's
pie?
he's calling it a custard pie.
What's a custard?
A cheesecake.
Oh.
Or a type of custard. So custard pie. Let's see what the Google definition of. You know what? Actually,
Yeah, like lemon meringue.
yeah, lemon meringue. Yeah, okay, interesting. Yeah, so these are kind of debates we have in the U.S.
Mhm.
You guys debate
Perfectly
over
reasonable.
You guys debate over beer. So there's the Spotna.
We don't even debate so much about it.
No, we don't-
We are
we
more
don't.
You just
drinking.
take sides.
We're drinking.
Wait, so yeah, so which what are the big ones that you said people fight over? Lowenbrow.
In Munich,
Yeah, yeah.
Munich. Oh yeah.
in Munich, I think the consensus is that Augustiner is like the most popular. And
Okay.
then the thing is with Löwenbräu and Spaten is that they are owned by AB InBev,
Mhm.
like Budweiser.
Oh,
Essentially,
yeah,
their
yeah.
company. So they're being like shunned.
Oh, okay.
And
Well,
then-
which do you? I mean, it seems like everyone takes a side.
Yeah,
Like
I'm-
Christian, what was Christian's? Because he heard we tried the Spartner and he was like, "What do? You gave him crap beer."
He also like before you came, I was telling him that I would take you to the place we were going, and he told
Mhm.
me, "No, you can't take them there. They
Ah.
are serving Spaten, which is
Yeah.
one of the beers
Spaten.
here."
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait, so what side do you take then? Augustina?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
from
You
from
take
the big
Augustiner.
from the big six. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
but there's a bigger picture discussion about beer, and that's more like in the different states of Germany. You have
Mhm.
different favorite kind of like in the north you have the more bitter Pilsner. Here in the south you have Helles and
Mhm.
you have wheat beer.
Hefeweizen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not wheat like in.
And Helles is more. It's different than
It's
the
a la-
U.S.
it's a-
Helles.
it's a light
more like a
lager.
lager.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's-
yeah.
Helles
you
is
got
just originally it's Helles Lager, so it's
Oh, okay.
light
Then
lager.
you have cities that have their own kind of beer. You got Kölsch and Cologne, and you got
Kolsch.
Alt. It's very so the dark beer. It's a dark Pilsner basically. Is very popular in
Alt.
Alt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
very
ALT?
popular in
Old,
Düsseldorf.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, I probably would like that. I like the
It
dark.
Oh, yeah,
kind
you
of-
would.
kind of
Like Dunkel, I
it's,
like.
it's,
Yeah.
I
You would
think
like
it's
that.
it's closer to a stout, but it's not a stout.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's pretty dark.
Is it just ALT?
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
is the A have an umlaut? or
No.
No.
Okay.
ALT.
So ALT.
Though you probably see
Pilsner?
old.
No,
not
with
Pilsner.
just beer.
Oh, beer. Oh, okay. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Yeah, darker-
Maybe it's
okay,
more like a
there-
porter
yeah.
kind of. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah, or dark lager. Huh. Interesting. Could I get this anywhere around here? Is that not?
I mean, you
It's
can
not
get
common
it
here.
Yeah, I
Edeka
know.
or
I know
something.
one shop.
Oh, okay. Oh, interesting.
Oh.
Yeah. Because I like the darker beers.
So that's the big picture discussion taking place at
Are we still cake versus pie? Or
I
we
mean,
move on
somebody's
to beer?
alt is old.
It's
yeah,
it
okay,
means
yeah.
old. Bundy, and Tim Lau saying, speaking about the beers in the US. Yeah, you also have, like he's saying here, rich history with beer because of the Irish and German immigrants. Yeah, that's true. Like also I mean, we could discuss about Irish beer, but they also have a long history. And you guys you guys from California, you have so many breweries.
IPA is king. Sours are very popular in California as well. But also like Helles. Like if I were to order a Helles, it's not a lager. It's more of like a Hefeweizen almost. Like it's usually cloudier. So traditionally I don't like Helles, and then when I saw it on the menu here, I was like, ooh, I'm probably not gonna like that. And then I was like, oh, okay, it's just a lager.
Yeah.
So.
I think what you're probably doing is you're shortening Helles Weizenbier to just Helles.
Oh, okay.
So in Germany it's either Weizen or Weissbier.
Yeah, or they just take some. I mean, I tried a Kirsch and it didn't take. I think maybe some guys just take German beer words and just say.
Well. Guess what? Alex and I went to a Mexican restaurant in Berlin.
Oh, not that again.
Yeah. So, and that was not Mexican.
Absolutely
not. I will say, yeah.
But I want the one sending you there.
Yeah. Also, Magical Flying Fox says Edinga on tap was in Sydney. Oh.
Yeah.
Edinga on tap is different abroad than in Germany, because I had Edinga.
I forgot about Guinness too. Yeah, we were talking about that last night.
I had Edinga on tap in Hong Kong, and it was like totally different. I don't like Weissbier. And that's pretty much all I drank in Hong Kong, because I don't know what exactly they did to it, but it didn't taste like Weissbier.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, love beer. And you know what? I don't hate this zero. This Spezi Zero. I don't know if I probably
that's
prefer
two
this
people
one.
in this building.
No. I think I would still prefer the full one, but I don't not like this. So yeah. Either way, it's still better than Mezzo Mix. Yeah, not a.
Yeah, Bundy being right there, there's actually also onion cake here.
Oh yeah,
onion cake. All right,
yeah.
All right, we're gonna look this up.
Yeah, onion cake.
Is it in the?
And believe me or not,
it's quite
good. Is it a cake?
Yeah, it's a pie.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's
more like.
But more like a savory pie.
Yeah.
Savory pie.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's
Oh.
not that bad.
Please tell us, what was that thing we had at that first restaurant? The little square thing. I cannot remember the name.
You mean the Brezenknödel?
Yes. Oh, that was awesome.
How can you translate
the what?
Brezenknödel?
Like pretzel dumpling?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. It was like pretzel that hadn't been baked yet. So it was like pretzel dough made into a square and then cut. Or it was probably baked that way. Like
it was baked.
It was good.
It's like a potato dumpling. If you've been to Germany, you know these big ones, but made out of pretzels.
Oh yeah.
Pretzels,
so
like
it was
eaten
soft and came with like gravy, I guess, or sauce.
Yeah. I mean, we had duck with like a normal potato dumpling and the sauce, and then I ordered extra Brezenknödel so this guy could try it.
That was probably
okay choice.
My favorite thing that I've never eaten.
Here,
my favorite thing here in Munich that I've tried that I've never eaten before was probably that Brezenknödel.
Brezenknödel.
Knödel. I'm getting there.
It's pretty good.
All right. Any more tech to talk about, or should we pop out of here? Let me check the chat. Oh no, Starscreamus. I don't want to talk about Kolsch. Yeah. I'm just not a Kolsch fan. Are you Kolsch fan?
No.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
I
mean,
the thing is,
it would be too easy. It would be too easy now to just bash on the Kirsch, but
it's not. You can't really get it around here, or it's very, very hard to get.
Yeah, because nobody wants to get it.
It's Cologne, like that's where
it's a Cologne thing.
Yeah, it's Cologne.
Okay. All right. Oh wow! Why did I put something in there? I'm gonna get to a couple questions over on the Discord, because we do have a couple. This one, Starscreamus, who's actually here live with us, asked, "Are we gonna have an Oktoberfest live stream? Yes or no?" No, because actually we're leaving on Friday, so we're Alex and I are leaving on Friday, so we're gonna miss Oktoberfest. But do you ever stream at Oktoberfest? Could you?
It's a mess, I imagine.
What if? So I'm just spitballing here. What if you worked with the Oktoberfest Association? I don't know who the.
I actually think they are not interested in this kind of
No.
content.
Just imagine you have a booth where you're building a PC live from Oktoberfest, and the liquid cooling is beer.
Oh, that would tie in with your with the Computex
the beer
experience.
the beer water cooling PC in
There you go.
Computex. You seen that?
No, but I mean, it sounds like it's perfect for Oktoberfest.
I mean, it was obviously not beer water cooling the system, but it was pretty. It was made very well. It had like a tap, and the water cool fluid was colored that it looked like beer.
Also, it had a tap, so you could.
But the tap
you could
was just
pour
going
beer?
to a keg beneath the whole
okay,
PC hidden there.
Kind of
Then
looked
you had like yellow liquid cooling
okay.
fluid.
I feel like
going
we
through.
saw something like that at Computex, a mod, or maybe it was coffee. I can't remember that was built
Yeah.
into it, so you could. Like,
This
make a
was right
coffee.
next to the coffee one.
Oh, okay. It might have been the same
Yeah.
people then.
Yeah. No, but Oktoberfest is just it's pure chaos and.
Okay. What if you stream a live build here at the office, but just drink a lot of beer during
I mean,
Oktoberfest?
So just doing the same as every day, but this time putting on the
On
cam.
camera.
Yeah, at live.
Yeah.
Live specifically. Yeah. See, there
that
we go.
would be-
Content
that would
ideas.
be
If you join
fun.
us,
Yeah.
But I think we would need like a head start. Like we wouldn't have to start at 0 beers. We just have to drink 3 first, and then we start.
then we go live.
Wow.
Yeah, then we go
okay,
live.
man, you're
Because
committing to
because
it.
he's not
Okay.
himself if he's
No,
on zero alcohol.
No, I mean it takes some time before the alcohol kicks in, and so 2-3 beers before, so you just start with a light buzz, and then it gets worse.
Dang, okay, I like how you think over on MacVelt. And Magical Flying Fox says, yeah, don't start sober. Okay, I dig that. So we talked about the PlayStation 5 Professional. Okay, here we go. Ivan R is asking, what's better, hot pizza or cold pizza?
When it's a very good pizza, if it's a good pizza place, hot. If it's just your average pizza you get on the way back from like going out or something, and the pizza is just mediocre, then it's always better the next day.
Cold.
I will go with hot. Like when I have cold pizza at home, leftovers from the day before, I heat them up.
I heat it up too, but sometimes it tastes better when you heat it up the next day than it did on the first day.
Oh,
Well, so then you're picking hot pizza.
Yeah.
So me,
reheated cold pizza.
I love cold pizza, straight from the fridge.
From the
Just
fridge,
bam.
not even from
the
from
fridge
room temperature
to my
but
mouth. Boom. No, I don't keep pizza at room temperature.
What
Nah,
kind of?
I know some people
Are
do
we
that.
talking like New York style pizza or like
Deep
some-
dish.
I mean-
Yeah, I like deep dish. I like such a deep dish.
Speaking of pies,
Yeah, speaking of pies, I like such a deep
this
dish.
is not a pizza.
I
I
like
don't wanna start the whole
Detroit style
discussion,
pizza.
but
Yeah.
I think
Well,
there are
okay.
some
Oh, no.
some interesting
Hey.
observations from Jon Stewart.
I think some Italians
on
are
deep
actually
dish,
like
which
turning
are
in their
quite
grave
funny.
right now.
Well, listen. We're like we've been doing earlier. I'm gonna type in pizza here into Google, and it is gonna give us pictures of what a pizza is. And yeah, let me go over here. That these are mostly deep dish pizzas.
What?
What?
No.
Where's the thin pizzas?
No, that's
No, I thought
yeah.
deep dish. I thought you meant like Chicago style, like this.
I
Is
know,
it
but
Chicago.
I thought Italian pizza is usually like real thin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they have like 2 varieties. They have like Neapolitan pizza that's kind of thicker.
Yeah, I like thick pizza. I like the dough. My favorite part of pizza is the dough. That's why I
Yeah.
like Detroit style.
Traditionally in Italy, it's like the less dough, the better. So this is what I
Oh, I love
think
deep
of as
dish.
a
Yeah.
deep dish, and this is just
I wouldn't
Well,
call
and
it
that's
pizza, but
specifically
it's
Chicago
pretty,
style
it's
deep dish.
pretty
like with
amazing.
toasty. Don't call it schnitzel. Don't call this pizza.
Okay, well, let me show you Detroit style pizza.
What?
Detroit style pizza is even different. So like it's more like a cake, like
Yeah.
So
a
it's-
kid's birthday cake.
It looks like a lasagna.
Yeah, and
yeah.
and it's especially crusty on the edges. So
Oh,
really, it's like
nice.
imagine like a birthday cake for a kid. You put in, and then instead of icing on the top, it's just cheese and
The thing is, I think it tastes probably very good. Also the deep dish pizza probably tastes good. I don't know why you have to call
probably
it pizza.
tastes. Wait, probably tastes. Have you never tried deep dish pizza, like Chicago style deep dish?
No.
Really?
I
don't
think
think so.
there are 1 or 2 restaurants in Munich that serve Chicago-style deep dish pizza. But I made deep dish
so
pizza at
good.
home once,
It's so good.
and it turned out pretty well.
Yeah, I got it right.
Yeah,
Next time in the US, you
yeah.
take me to a deep dish place.
Yeah,
It's
well,
great, but I
I
wouldn't call it pizza.
yeah. Well, I wouldn't call the Italian stuff pizza.
Yeah.
That's more like a flatbread.
You're
Yeah. I know. I'm sorry.
you're saying to the people who invented it that they are not allowed to.
Yeah. No, I'm saying
Yeah,
it. That actually,
Of course.
sure, you invented it. I'm not gonna counter that, but we perfected it. Yeah. Kind of like Apple. They always say that. Sure, we didn't.
You
might
know
not
the
invent it,
Italians have
but,
this
yeah.
address, huh? Like,
Wait, do we have PC Welt Italia?
no, they would be
Actually-
safe if we would have.
What is world in Italy?
Mundo, maybe?
So PC Mundo. I
Oh,
don't know.
that's right.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, pizza. Okay. I'm gonna go back over to the chat. Napolitanian pizza is thin.
it's
Yeah,
the
thin
thin
Oh yeah,
pizza.
pizza,
is
because
not-
the other way
yeah.
around.
That's
It's
like
the one
flatbread. That's
where-
like
Where if you fold it a little bit, the tip of it actually bends down because in the middle it's not even
Yeah.
crispy. It's
Star Screamer says there are some good authentic Italian restaurants in Germany if you have the time to go. But yeah, how thick are their pizzas?
yeah. I mean, we
I think
talked about it yesterday about because Alex also wanted to check out some Italian food.
Italian. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
The farther south you get in Germany, the better the Italian food gets.
Yeah,
Yeah, that makes sense.
obviously.
Pineapple on pizza.
I don't hate it.
No, it's fine.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
okay.
Like
Yeah.
I never ordered in a restaurant, but as a like the freezer pizza, just
Yeah,
put in the
yeah,
oven at
yeah.
home. Sometimes I like to get a Hawaii.
Pineapple on pizza?
If I'm feeling really sad and I hate myself.
If he said if he's feeling really sad and he hates himself,
Then he eats
then he eats a pineapple on a pizza. I like pineapple on a pizza. Yeah. So anyway, let me get back over to questions. See if there's any serious questions or not. Let me mark this one as read. Mike the Pone Star says, any trips for international travel? Recently had 2 for work, and it seems that more will be coming. I would say one big thing, or one small thing, but turned out to be big, is compression socks for long flights.
yes.
Like when I started wearing that, I was like, oh, wow, that makes a difference. Like it helps with the circulation. It helps, like, especially if you're sitting that long. I definitely felt the difference wearing compression socks.
Is this like a tech question or like general
Yeah,
traveling?
probably general. Yeah, whatever. Or both. Yeah. What, do you have anything specific for traveling?
Like one of the travel chargers from, like for the plugs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, definitely bring power banks, plugs.
Yeah.
Look at the adapters. Like, yeah, we brought a bunch of different kinds of adapters for.
And don't trust
different plugs.
the in-plane entertainment systems. Last time when I was visiting you
Oh
guys,
yeah.
going with Lufthansa,
Mm-hmm.
13-hour flight, and my entertainment system didn't work, and I wasn't prepared. I had no TV shows, no movies on my laptop.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have something to play. I only had my phone and some
Isn't
audio.
that like a recent trend?
Raw dogging.
raw dogging,
raw-
Yeah. But you weren't intentionally raw dogging.
weird-
No, I
Yeah.
was forced.
Name.
It was forced raw dogging.
And they told me
It just sounds so bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
they told
it
me they
does.
would give me like a key so I can go into the Wi-Fi and use it for free because the entertainment system doesn't work.
Uh-huh.
And 8.5 hours later, he came back with the key, like 2 hours before he arrived in Los Angeles.
Wow.
So yeah, don't trust that.
Yeah. Be prepared.
Yeah.
Be prepared.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard. Like, I mean, flying internationally, I don't know. It depends on how long. Like, so
yeah.
it's
And
like,
we are too.
yeah,
Like you Americans are very strict with like immigration, and when I entered your country and I was talking to the immigration officer, I felt like I'm
being
sitting
interrogated.
Yeah.
It's just because you looked sketchy. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably not normal. It's just
Yeah.
you specifically. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
He was very suspicious of me. I
Oh
don't know.
yes, Tim Lau says, a friend of the show, Tim Lau says, noise canceling headphones or earbuds. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Even if you're
Over
not,
yeah, best case.
yeah, and even if you're not doing something actively on them, like just having them in. And actually, so it depends on the over the ear. I think maybe I have bigger ears or whatever, but like I'm very sensitive to the ears like being pressed too much. So I'll switch between, like I have both. Like I have in ear and over the ear that I'll switch to every couple hours, like just so that.
Also, get yourself earplugs. That's also, you can get them for very little money.
Yeah.
And another thing, the further you sit in the back of the plane, many times it's more shaky and louder.
Yep.
And you can check on I think it's called Seat Guru. That's a website.
Seat Guru, yeah.
And there you can see like where you got seats on the plane with a little bit more like leg room and stuff, where you maybe don't have to pay more because they are still regular seats. I can only recommend that, and therefore you have to go to the online check-in as early as possible, so you are the one of the first ones to get one of the good seats.
Depending on what service you use. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, we'll think of some more travel tips. You got any travel tips? Time shifting. Oh God, yeah. So I was worried because usually traveling from west to east, I get hit jet lag pretty hard. So like coming back from Taiwan, or I thought coming here I was gonna get hit hard. But the way I have always been able to get around it is just like staying up as long as you can. I slept a little bit on the plane coming over, but like we landed here. We left at like 1 p.m. in the U.S. or in San Francisco, and landed here at like 9 a.m. We landed in Munich, and then we connected and we landed in Berlin at like 11 a.m. And so I slept a little bit on that first flight, and then just went straight through that next day. And like by the end, like, oh yeah, you're knocked out and you just sleep. Yeah. And like for me at least, it just like resets.
It's
my
also
schedule.
harder going east.
Definitely harder.
Harder.
Definitely
going
harder.
East.
Yeah.
So when you're going back now, it will be probably a little bit easier.
Oh yeah,
hopefully.
yeah. Also, don't take a nap. No naps. Yeah, some people want to nap. It'll mess you up. It'll mess you up. No napping. Yeah. Starscreamer says something. Get a suitcase with swivel wheels on it. Good one. Yeah.
There's a downside to those. I noticed
really?
on the subway at least, because they usually don't come with brakes, right?
No.
So because no, right? Like when they stand in an aisle and like the subway brakes, they just go straight down.
True. Yeah.
But maybe there are some with brakes, like.
Yeah. Well, Tim says some models have locking wheels.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, but maybe that's fancy pants ones. Anyway, let me get to. I have some notes over here that I want to double check. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, you know what? The last thing I kind of want to talk about. I mean, there's some German things that don't quite understand. Ever since I got to Germany, I've had multiple people reference the Witcher series. They're like, "Oh, you want to talk about a video game? Witcher is the video game." I even heard you say it the other day, and I caught my tongue. Yeah, yesterday. Yeah. What is it with the fascination with? Hey, good games. Good Witcher 3, amazing game. But I feel like everybody in Germany is just like obsessed with Witcher. Why?
I think I mean the author of the writer of the books, what all this is based on, the games and the TV show, is from Poland, and maybe it's just like so our neighboring country.
Okay.
And maybe it's just like
pride.
Yeah, the books are pretty popular in Germany, and I think
I went to an electronics store and they had like a Witcher section.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't like designated like, oh, Witcher, but it was just like, as I was looking through the aisles and stuff, I'm like, oh, wow, there's Witcher board games. There's, of course, the games, books.
I never noticed
like,
that's...
It was at Saturn.
It's definitely a thing, but I wouldn't say it's a very big thing.
Yeah.
But
I had multiple people reference it.
But everybody here would
who's
probably agree that
serious about gaming has played Witcher.
Yeah.
Still haven't finished it though.
Yeah, well, so my
also,
first
weirdly pleasing port on the Switch.
Yes, no, actually,
like it's doesn't look great, but that it works is like close to a miracle.
I believe I said this live on a chat before. If not, I'm saying it at the end of one that we've talked over with eating and stuff like that. So maybe it'll be hidden. But I actually beat The Witcher on Switch.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. But that's because I tried to play it multiple times, but it wasn't until portable play that I was like, because I love playing handheld. So yes, it was a way diminished experience, but because of the handheld nature, I was able to pound through it. That was rough though. No, because my first indication was on the connecting flight from Munich to Berlin, I had a guy next to me, very nice gentleman, who actually knew PCWorld. And so we got to chatting, and then after takeoff, I brought out my ROG Ally X and started playing, and he's like, "Oh, is that a Steam Deck?" And I was like, "Oh no, it's the ROG Ally X." So we started talking with him, and he's like, "What are you playing on that?" And I was playing the new Castlevania 3DS collection on it, and he's like, "Why are you playing this pixel game? Why don't you play a real game like Witcher 3?" And I was just like, well, that's a very odd specific game to like pull out.
Maybe he was like German PR manager for a CD project, right?
Maybe, but yeah,
I think The Witcher is the one serious, like the one RPG game that also the people who are maybe not so much into RPGs and fantasy and this kind of stuff, they still have probably played it and know it. So it's just very, very popular.
I can see that. I can see that. Okay. Also, F1. Please, somebody describe to me why F1 is interesting. I don't.
Please explain me why NASCAR is interesting.
I don't like NASCAR either. So, do you like F1?
A little bit. I watched it a little bit, but I'm not like a huge fan. I've visited a race in Barcelona a few months ago, but yeah, I just watched the Netflix documentary because it's also always exciting.
I don't care.
Oh, you're not? Okay, yeah. No, because I've met a lot of people who were like...
It's a lot of...
I have
a lot of
drama into it, but...
strangely into
F1. There's like a meta fascination for me because like F1 is such a tiny sport. They have like 20 people in the world are F1 athletes.
Yeah. It's great. The drama is the
and they know each other. It's kind of, I guess
itself.
It's kind of like it can be sometimes like a tightly knit reality show.
Yeah,
with drama.
It is really.
But otherwise, I don't care about the sport.
Yeah. Also, there's this sport where like people run around in a field and like hit a ball with their foot. I don't know. Please explain this
football.
to me. Oh, football.
Yeah,
No. We've got a football in the US.
No, yours is hand egg.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Hey, you know what?
But hey, you also kick it. You also kick it like three times a game or something.
We will kick the hand egg.
Yeah.
But
and we kick the football.
Yeah. See, well,
it's that easy.
Yeah, I thought people were just like running around like kicking something with.
Yeah, it's basically
like
the same.
It was like a basketball that was colored white and black, and they were kicking it. I was like, no, you gotta put it in the hoop. So it's.
I think it's basically like football, just that we don't like crash into each other. We try to avoid that.
Way less head trauma.
Though with the
I was about to say, I was like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
There's also some discussion about that.
But
rugby. We can agree rugby's cool though, right?
Rugby is cool.
Yeah.
I like rugby. I think.
Which is a hand egg game.
Yeah.
Similar to American football.
It is.
Yeah. It's. I feel like it's
rugby.
halfway in between. I feel like as Americans and
you
Europeans,
know what halfway in between?
we can be halfway.
Have you ever seen Gaelic football?
Gaelic football.
Gaelic football from Ireland.
No, I don't think
it's
so.
a mix of rugby and football.
Oh.
And it's crazy popular in Ireland, and I think nowhere else in the world. But
that explains why EA hasn't made a game.
It's like football, but they have like soccer for you, goals in the end. But it's also like rugby, so they are walking and throwing, and then they shoot it in a goal or something.
Oh, so the only way, like, you can't throw it in. The only way to get it to be a goal,
you have to
kick it.
Yeah, and you have a goal.
But they also have like the long poles.
Don't ask me.
Right?
Don't ask me. Maybe someone in the chat can explain how Gaelic.
Yeah, we need a Gaelic representative. Okay, I've never heard of that one. That one's actually pretty interesting. Anyway, we've been going on for a while. We need to wrap this up because the Germans are here to kick us out. They're like, go back to your stupid country with your American
we didn't say that.
egg handball and your
freedom units,
pizza freedom units. Yeah, no, hey, no, but really, thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having us.
This is fun. It's
I
been
hope
fun
we
to be in
didn't
Germany.
Bring too much chaos in the. There was less tech talk and more
Oh no,
food talk than
you know
usually.
what? Hey,
Probably.
the people home can deal with the tech talk. We're here to talk the fun stuff while we're on the road. While we have it, you know, we all get our paycheck from the same person theoretically, I guess. You know, so it's fun to meet new colleagues in new
Definitely, yeah.
spaces. So yeah, this is the first time I've been here at this office, and I didn't know what to expect. It's a great place, and like I said, if you want to or if you can read German. Then go subscribe over on PCWorld. Go buy a magazine. Go this thing. It's like paper with like written words on it. Really weird. I don't know what it's about, but it looks like networking stuff.
You can use it for your like oven after you're done with it.
Oh,
Like to heat your fireplace or something.
oh,
You know?
okay.
After reading it
Yeah.
and paying for it, please.
No, I thought you just read it on the toilet and.
And it's only $4. I think
Wow.
€4 is actually a fair price.
Yeah, with the tax built in. You
With the tax
literally
built in,
that's all
yeah.
you're giving.
And you don't have to tip the person
Wait,
selling you the.
is this new price though?
No, it says
Only.
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 Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool, yeah,
Thanks
and,
for
and-
thanks for having us in your
Yeah.
own little nerd space here.
Yeah, the full nerd
The
space.
full nerd
excuse
space.
you. And PCWorld. Go over read PCWorld.
And Macwelt too.
I'm sorry, MacWelt. Yeah. All the Welts.
All the thousands of German-speaking viewers.
All the thousands of Germans. Go check it out. Yeah, so Alex and I will be back in the U.S. On Friday. Hopefully not too jet-lagged. There should be a normal episode next Tuesday from The Office, if everything goes well. And I think we got all the videos up that we did at IFA, so we got to do some videos when we get home. And I know Will and Willis have been making some videos while we've been away. So thank you, Willis, for holding down the fort. Thank you, Chris. Dankeschön, Chris, for joining us. Dankeschön, Eugene. Thank you. Oh boy, sorry. I'm getting I can
It's the
feel
sugar,
the
it's
sugar.
the
I can
sugar,
feel
yeah.
the sugar
There was
surging.
not enough sugar.
Surging through my veins. Thank you everybody for hanging out, especially those who are like up in the middle of the night. Really appreciate it. And yeah, if you missed it, sorry that you can get to tune in for this amazing German food goodness. I also, last but not least, want to thank Alex for controlling the verticals and
Thank
horizontals
you, Alex.
on the road. You did awesome. Why don't you take us out of here? Goodbye, everyone.
Bye bye.